Picking back up as of last week, basically nothing more than a shopping episode. Let's be fucking honest. That was a shopping
One sec.
episode.
Viral can't hear us.
He cannot hear us. Motherfucker.
Yep, I was wondering about that.
Always the tech support. Always the tech support.
Refresh.
Have him refresh himself with
Oh,
the little...
Dalmar broke for me. 1 second.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's coming back. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just hit reconnect.
Breaking.
We've all hit reconnect already.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go Volmer.
Okay, so
Oh my god, you're on Twitch cam!
I don't see Volmer now. Hold up. Okay, there's Dalmar, there's Volmer.
Okay, I think Twitch cam is fucking everything.
It might be, actually. It generally might be. Okay, there's everyone except for Volmer and Ulavir. They don't have cams, that's fine.
Because I've never had this problem, like, we've never had this problem before, and then, like, we get Twitch cam working, and now we're having this.
Possibly?
It genuinely might be Twitch cam.
It might be Twitch cam, but for now, things should be fine. Can everybody hear everybody?
Oliver, can you hear us?
He's muted right now.
There.
There.
Wait, is he typing in Discord?
They.
Ah! I will scream every fucking time.
What's the Twitch cam, like Twitch account name?
It is mine. It is Kill the Kills. Send the link.
Are we gonna sync the Twitch cam?
Should be it. If not, I will.
You're hearing through the live.
You're
That's
hearing through
probably
live?
not the most efficient way to do things.
Yeah.
Especially considering we can't hear you either. I think we're actually just gonna have to sync the Twitch cam because I think that's the problem.
I mean, have they hit reconnect yet on...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is try to see if they can hit the little spiral thing up in the upper right corner of their little cube.
Yeah.
Or just straight up full on refresh their page. Also, why are they typing in Discord and not in Roll20?
No fucking idea. The funny thing is, I saw them typing in.
I saw them typing in
Yep.
Roll20, so I don't know why
and then they went to Discord.
Oh, sorry.
Did once, we'll do again though.
Okay.
We need to get like a tech support guy just for this.
Okay.
Pay a guy to be on hand just to fix shit, so
Not
we
my
can
job.
get this goddamn
Man,
thing
people
going.
think streaming is easy. Okay, can you hear us? Oh, wait.
Loading, loading, loading. Keep that bitch a loading.
Oh, please tell me it's not perpetually loading.
Best not be.
We might have to refresh ourselves. Refresh.
Okay.
Liver.
I can hear a voice I did not hear before.
I'm gonna guess Oberion Lightforge. I'm gonna guess who that is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I don't see Volmer now.
It might have ruined everything. Oh no.
Yeah. Because I don't see Volmer or Olivier.
But it's so weird how he could hear us for a little bit, but now he can't.
They.
Oh, we heard him. We heard them.
I can't see Volmer anymore though. I can hear Olivier.
Hello?
Oh, can hear
There.
Hey. Hello?
Okay.
Hey!
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
now Dalmar's dead though.
Dalmar's there. I can't see Volmer.
Is Dalmar there for you? Fuck,
Yeah.
he's dead for me.
Okay. So.
Oh, but I can see you on Twitch cam. I can see him on Twitch cam. Fuck it. It doesn't matter.
I can't see Volmer. Which...
Can't see you on Twitch cam. Why can't I see you on Twitch? Oh my god, I hate everything. I hate everything right now.
Me too.
There we go. I see Dalmar. Okay.
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 I think Volmer needs to reload once more.
Okay. Oliver, can you hear us? Oh my god!
I can't hear Varel now.
I hope to god you're fucking with me.
No, I'm not. So,
Wait,
hold on.
what?
No one else touch anything. Varel once more reload.
Oh god.
Well,
Okay.
Like go to your
Vero,
upper
can you
right
hear
little box
Corvallis?
on your cam thing and just click that. Go to your little cam box, like the whole box that you're in right now, and on the upper right here where I'm pointing, there should be a little spiral. Just click that.
It might be in the left too, because this is where it is for me. Oh,
Oh, is it really?
yeah, it's up here for me.
It's in the left. Right here.
Yes.
Am I mirror?
Maybe.
I can hear you, Varel.
I can hear Varel now.
I can't now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, so Volmer reconnect. Only Volmer.
Hey Twitch, welcome to Tech Support 101.
Hello?
Okay, Varel, say something.
Varel? Varel? Please tell me.
Hello.
I don't think
Okay.
going the other switch is gonna work anymore.
Okay, Varel, can you hear us through Roll 20?
Yes, I think. Yeah. I can't hear Volmer though.
You can't hear Volmer though.
Wilmer, say something.
Potato. Potassium.
Did you hear him?
Hear that, Varel?
I did not.
The fitness gram pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Okay, so how about this? Varel and Volmer, both of you, close out Roll 20.
Yeah.
And
close
come
Roll
back
20
again.
and reopen. I wanna die. Varel, close Roll 20.
Yeah,
reopen.
close Roll 20, Varel. Try it again.
Hey Twitch, thanks for suffering with us.
How many times do we have to jiggle the on switch before it works?
In all fairness, what was it? The session you joined in with Darren, and it was like 30-minute uptime for fucking tech support as well?
When we had Whisper and
Yo.
the other ones too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear Varel.
Okay.
I can't.
You
You're
can't?
fucking kidding me right now.
Seriously.
How many?
Oh,
Varel,
someone's
I can hear
sound
the
is
spider.
really loud.
How many
Yo.
times do we have?
Varel,
to
if you're not
jiggle
using
the
a
on
headset,
I
I want-
recommend just getting a headset.
yeah, turn down the
I can
music.
find one. Oh,
Just anything.
okay. One moment.
If Volmer can't hear Varel at all.
I
Yeah,
can't.
Homer cannot hear Varel at all.
I can call them on Discord.
We might have to move this to Discord. I know we did that one session because at that point we were just sick and tired of tech support.
Yeah. It might be the better option.
Yeah, that might just be the better option. So if anything, once they refresh, because it looks like they just died again.
They have perished.
Okay,
Hello.
That sounds better. Okay.
Varel or Volmer, can you hear him?
No. Also
I-
them. Wait, did you say them or did you say
Is
him?
Volmer saying something right now?
Volmer is saying something
Yeah,
right
yes,
now.
No, I can't.
Varel
Okay,
can hear
you know
him.
what? We're just gonna say fuck this, and we're gonna move over to Discord.
Fuck yeah, this is
So literally, on the upper right over here, there's a cog for settings. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and do I want to broadcast to others, video only. I want to receive from others, video only, and we'll move everything audio-wise to Discord.
Okay. And then reconnect.
There we go.
Okay.
Wait,
We're on the superior site.
Volmer sounds so much more different on this than.
Yes, the audio quality is very different.
Because it's the superior website.
No, it's worse.
You cannot convince me that Discord is worse.
Discord.
I can right now because the audio is worse.
Discord is worse for open mic, for like laptop mics and stuff like that. But like headsets, I feel it's better.
Yeah.
That's like I actually have a headset, so let me go grab that.
Okay. Yeah, because all of your shit loud.
If I can fucking find it.
I think it's also because my audio is boosted as hell.
Look
My mic alright? Because I don't have a proper mic
You're good.
headset
Yes.
right now.
You sound good.
Your audio actually didn't change really.
Yeah.
Oh.
So whatever you have works for both Roll20 and for Discord, which is very nice.
What the fuck is my headset?
Slightly to the left and under the thing, and then roll to the right. Awesome if I was accurate.
That would have been amazing if it actually was.
Okay, looks like I'm going without a headset for now.
Okay.
I have one somewhere, but I just can't fucking find it.
Okay, your video's broken. I don't know if that's just you or not.
Let me refresh on Roll20.
Veryl just died on Roll20, but that's fine. We don't give a fuck at this point for Roll20.
Yeah.
Veryl's all audio anyways. Walmer, you are forever reloading, so I'm gonna refresh.
Yep.
Volmer, you are dead to me. I hate you.
I'm dead to myself too, don't worry about it.
Damn.
What happened?
I cannot see Volmer's video at all.
Oh, I can see Volmer's video.
I hate everything even more than
Volmer,
ever.
you hit.
What was that, Corbase?
You hit refresh, real quick.
Okay. Hitting refresh now.
There we go.
There we go. You can see you.
We're good. Holy shit.
And in case, maybe, by happenstance, Volmer shows up on Twitch cam? No. Okay, that's fine. Who gives a fuck about Twitch cam anymore? At this point, all that matters is we have audio. We have everything. All that matters.
Yes.
Okay. So then... So. Finally picking back up. Only 20 fucking minutes late at this point.
Son of a bitch.
Volmer, why do you keep dying on us?
Because I'm just a very dead man. This is what happens when you play Wizard.
Your your monitor webcam bullshit went all loady shit on us.
Yep, it's forever loading. Oh, well, as long as we can hear you, it matters more than anything.
I'm stuck in an infinite stasis loop. Please save me. I'm trapped.
You're gonna have to refresh because you're broken for me now.
Yep, Volmer, refresh.
Fuck yeah, tech issues.
Yeah, there we go.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay. So, picking back up, basically from the shopping episode, where the group went and did what they do with all their gold, and they spent it all away. Even made a couple bargains here and there for discounts and sales. Let go of a little bit of information. In the end, ended up with a spare horse that is supposedly going to be honorable and loyal until you face it against something bigger than itself, and it runs away and leaves you for dead. Along with a wagon, working your way south to Balunzar, where you are on the search for a certain gnome that looks very identical to an old friend, Sibo. Has been tarnishing his name quite a bit, apparently, in recent times. To what extent? Not too sure. But there's only one way to find out. But, in the meantime, as you guys have a 2 days travel, is there anything else you guys want to converse about or do on the way down there?
I'd like to push Fulbright off the cart. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm not.
100% joking.
That's good.
B.
What?
Well. Huh?
What?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Perfect.
I like to think that was in game.
Everyone was.
But regardless, after 2 days travel of mingling and conversation, little bits here and there, an eye to the sky 24/7 to make sure that fucking rock doesn't appear again.
Do
Eventually,
we have to roll encounters to see if we ran into the rock?
weapon?
Do we have to roll encounters to see if we ran into anything, including the damn rock?
Not going south, no.
Okay.
Luckily or
Darn
for
it.
worse, your choice.
What do you mean for worse?
Oh, you don't know what the fuck's on that random table.
Goddamn rock. That's what's on that table.
Shit.
But your arrival to Bulunza would be at the end of the second day, where you would see a city with several buildings surrounding a large wall on the outside. Though the wall itself only seems like it's more of a presenting wall. It doesn't seem like it's any actual defensiveness so much as just separation from something you're not entirely too sure about. Regardless, there is an open path that leads right up against the river itself that allows you entrance, where you would see the shambles of homes on the outsides turn into far more comforting and more self-established buildings on the inside. Or even from the very main entrance, you can see several ships are passing through the river itself, most of them very small, due to the fact of several rivers are, bridges are scattered about the river itself. And close to near the very center, where you would see the arch label, there is a secondary wall, only this one is far more fortified, unlike the others. Seems like this one is built more for genuine defense versus just generic ones. Goddamn it, Homer. Twitch chat can see that now, you bitch.
Down with the establishment!
Where you would not be able to see what is behind that wall itself. But you will be able to get a good visage that, for majority of this place, unlike in Bill, where the segregation of wealth and poverty is very clear to see, it very much seems like beyond the outside of the walls, the insides are all pretty generically well-defined and in good health. So, what is the very first thing you guys would like to do that isn't try to fuck over the city?
Fuck over the city. Got it. That's good. How tall are these walls, though?
Which ones, the outside or the inside?
The outer walls.
The outer walls are only about 50 feet tall, but the inside ones, those look like they would span somewhere in the range of the 100 to 150 foot.
Okay. So, look at everyone else. So, we, need to try to find this little piece of shit gnome, dude. Any ideas?
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Well, probably take a look at the less refined parts of town and see if we can find trouble.
Very well. Volmer, what do you think? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
You can see your lips moving. Nope. There you go. Heard
Let's see
something.
if this takes the shit.
There you go.
Tried using my earbuds, it did not work.
Nope.
Probably something in the settings of Discord.
Yeah.
Honestly, Kobayas, I feel like if anyone here knows how to do a proper manhunt, it'd be you. I've been on one manhunt before, and I ended up befriending the guy I was supposed to kill.
So why would I be the best one to... Wait.
Dama can't even hide properly.
You're not wrong. But, with that being said, though, you're probably the more personable person of this group. How about you go ask around a little bit, and you ask around to the nicer districts.
Okay, I should be able to do that.
You don't stand out as much, you know.
Yes, I suppose that makes sense, especially considering I'm not dressed like a thug.
Yeah, Dalmar.
I'll take Fulbright with me, just for security's sake.
Sounds good.
Alright. So, Volmer and Iskandaroon go towards one direction, while Dalmar and Kovaris going towards the other. Where are you two? Well, where is which side
Opening
going?
up group comms.
Okay, go ahead and roll your d6 and see how long that takes, or how long it lasts.
Nice.
4 hours. All right. So you got 4 hours of communications in between yourselves mentally. Where is each side going? Because as I said, inside the walls, these places look very actually identical, versus the outside walls all look very shabby and more than anything the poverty side of town.
I'm gonna be looking for the fastest way inside to the walls.
It is the road hugging against the actual river itself. You can see several carts are making their way inwards. Just occasionally either just random people coming in from out of town or other travelers with caravans also coming in to probably make some sales here and there.
Then I guess that's where I'm going. To start rolling the inside to try to figure out where the fuck this little piece of crap is.
Alright, so how are you going to go about searching for him?
Just asking. I'm gonna look for, I guess, shopkeepers and like people who look like they stay in the town mainly, rather than people who look like they've like been around and they started roaming.
Okay, go ahead and just make a straight charisma check for me.
Sure.
Okay. It's not so much that they don't answer you or they don't really give you information. It's more of just people don't seem to know what to tell you. When you ask for a gnome fitting the description of Sibo, they kind of just look at you kind of like, well, there's quite a few gnomes that walk around with the beard and the whole aesthetic of an adventurer here and there. Ain't seen one in my part of town though, and so on and so forth. But one of the very common consensus that you get is to head towards the arch district in town. Say something about all the weird folk follow around there. I mean, what are you gonna do when you got a guild hall there, huh?
Okay, I guess that's where I'm going. I'm gonna relay this information to the others through the Mount Ocom that hey, no one knows where the fuck this guy is, but apparently there's a guild hall where people who adventure like being around, so I'm gonna ask around there.
Without more Corvées,
Very
are you
well.
gonna try to gather anything before heading towards there?
Okay.
So what are you two doing anything, if anything at all, to gather information before hearing this message from Volmer?
Um. Yes, I am not muted. Sure, you knew, Volmer. I'm gonna just keep my eyes and ears open. If this dude is really making a ruckus, then should be kind of obvious.
Corvées, anything?
So, I want to just do a perimeter around the whole city, essentially.
That's gonna take a while.
I
Yes, it
think that
is.
might go longer than 4 hours.
Probably. But, that's his thought process, is that this dude's probably laying low. And someone who's probably laying low isn't going to be in more prominent districts.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
both of
gonna.
you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Delmar, make a perception check for me since you're just listening around. Corvea's perception or investigation, depending if you're just kind of like gliding through or are you actually actively looking.
I'm gonna be doing two things. I'm gonna be just looking around, and the first thing I want to like try to look at is like how much of the population are like drow or deep gnomes or dwagar, stuff like that, races that are normally underground.
Okay, so go ahead and just give me a perception check.
Fuck.
Alright. So, as you guys are starting to walk your way through, and in the meantime that Volmer and Iskander are kind of searching around inside the walls, you start to make your way around it. And one instant thing that you would recognize, both of you more than anything, is the Green Hill district, which is headed, it's a little slanted uphill, is going towards the mountains to the northeast. And kind of tells you the idea. Why is that place called the Green Hill? Well, it's kind of slanted. And that place is mostly the miners or the demolitionist sort of side of town, where they are the heavy lifters, they're the heavy workers, and more than anything, what's conversed there are complaints and conversations to do with work that either happened that day or will happen in the next coming days. So no real information to gather there. Well, Corvais, you would notice that a bit obvious and generically, this place is mostly dwarves more than anything, but there is the odd elf and there is the odd dwarf in there as well. Or sorry, not dwarf, drow. Two D words, goddammit.
Yeah.
But you would notice that the drow, they aren't exactly mingling together with the other races. It seems like very much the drow here have some issues that they are currently working out with the other races. Meanwhile, there are the occasional Goliath, there's the occasional half-orc, and there's even a Tabaxi in there, mixed and mingled somewhere 1 and 2. But as you guys are starting to make your way around, you're trying to keep an ear out, be an eye out for whatever you try to see into an effect. It's about 3/4 through the Brightshade district, and I would say about 45 minutes, give or take, of just generic searching, mostly because those two districts in general are not dense by any means. Is when you would hear the message from Volmer that comes in saying that no one's seen this SIBO imposter, and there's apparently something in the center of town that gathers adventurers and other strange folk.
Okay. You guys go ahead and investigate that. I can't speak for Dalmar, but I'm going to continue my investigation outside the city walls.
I'll stick with you.
Okay.
Out of game, Dalmar, did you mention that you used to be a guard, or no? I can't
I
remember.
don't believe so.
Okay, I
No.
couldn't
It is out
remember.
of game knowledge.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we had that
Oh,
conversation.
wait. I did give you a hint in game.
Yes, it was a
The
hint,
only
but it was
hint
never actually said.
Yes. Because we were talking about whatever the rogue speak is. Thieves' Camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I made a passing comment of handy when you're a guard.
Okay, so he
That's
does
the
have.
only in-game allusion I've made to that.
Handy to know when you're a guard. Okay, I see that now. Yeah. Okay, that's right. I thought we had made some mention of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then.
So the both of you are sticking together to
Yeah.
continue searching.
Like I said, my character's ability to hide has more to do with hiding in plain sight rather than melding with the shadow.
Volmer,
I was more of one to play both sides.
Volmer, go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
Okay, this one. Perception. My rolls are just not good today.
They're kind of semi right now.
Well, that's roll
Regardless,
20 for you.
While Dalmar and Corveus are rounding the city, continue on their investigation, Volmer and Iskandaroon begin to make their way towards the Arts District. And as you get closer and closer to it, you do get the reasoning as to why it is apparently these strange characters all stick around here. And you would notice almost immediately upon crossing the border from the stair to the arch is this place is basically your preparation for War 101. There are soldiers, there are just citizens that are all armed and ready for something, and it very much seems like each and every one of them have a purpose to be here. And several of them are all talking about different things going on around. And the most common thing that you would be able to note more than anything is several of them are told or converse about protecting from the mines to the northwest, which easy assumption, look over there, there's a fucking mountain. Oh, probably something comes out of that mountain. And as you guys are actually walking around, one man actually does kind of spot the two of you. And pretty quickly he kind of just calls you out and says, "Hey, fresh meat! You all here for the hole? Head to the walls!" It will last a week.
Okay, I know I was joking about burning shit down, but now I'm actually tempted to just say I cast Fireball. Anyway. Excuse me, sir, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. I'm just looking for a deep gnome. He's about yay tall, mustache, beard, bit of an asshole, impersonating a friend.
As you focus on where that voice is, you kind of look towards and you just see a half-orc standing at about 7 feet tall with a great maw on his back. He kind of just crosses his arms and he goes, "Oh, you mean you don't know what you're looking for here? You're looking for anything just small and tiny and squishable like that? Head to the hall. So you'll find whatever it is you want to find there, pretty boy."
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do what I'm thinking of doing. Not gonna do it.
Shut up, Corvette. Stop ruining my plans.
Wait, what?
Nothing. You didn't hear that. Go on.
Nothing.
I thought that was you trying to get Fulbright out of here.
Oh, fuck.
Why can't I sell you both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, Damar's typing it. Anyway. God damn it.
Yes!
That's not even a rogue thing. It's more a warlock thing than anything. Anyway.
You have the mindset.
You bastards are done making fun of me.
Barrel's just in the
Volmir's
background eating
just gonna, like,
popcorn.
look at the guy like he's like half tempted to cast Fireball, take a deep breath, and then start heading in the direction.
Okay. And as you make your way towards the walls, you do see that it is, in fact, protected around this one pretty large-ass building that spans about 8 stories tall, that has almost evidently been repaired probably 50 times over in the last month, easily. There's several patches of walls that are missing or that have just haphazard repairs. Some of the windows you can tell are different frames altogether. And it's just kind of a strange setup to begin with. And as you can see, mostly all around it are all kinds of memorabilia of all sorts of creatures that most of them just seem like standard monsters. Some of them are things you don't recognize. And as you kind of look inside the grand halls where the doors are just parted open, you don't know.
God damn it,
You can
Volmer.
see several tables just filled with all sorts of men, women, drow, half-orc, tabaxi, even some Aarakocra you see in there, which is an extremely rare sight that even Volmer would know. And Aarakocra don't usually hang out with other people to begin with. And as as you kind of enter inside, you can see and almost recognize at the top of your head, this has to be some sort of adventurer's guild. As to the right side, there's just one massive board with all sorts of posters that people are looking at and just trying to like pick a job from. To the left are all sorts of announcements, so you can see some of them are temporary or calling for action. Some of them are just leisurely acts. But everything is all centered around the front counter, which is currently just swarmed with people just waiting in line to get their fill of either food, drink, or to get a fucking job.
Ha, jobless. Anyway.
So are you.
Hey, I'll have you know, Volmir does actually have a job.
Technically speaking, he abandoned it.
Did he? I guess he. Like, is he technically a field worker, or did he just completely abandon it? Because he sent the letter to the Wizards
It's a bit of
Guild,
both. It's like when you're not here, you're quote unquote not associated with us. But if you come back, you're totally welcome to come back in, as long as you come back with something.
Anyway. I'm gonna start, I guess, looking for someone who looks like they're usually they spend a lot of time there. I'm gonna ask them if they've seen Mega Sibo.
Give me just a generic insight check to see if you can even judge that.
Okay, natural one. Let's see.
Not bad. As you're kind of looking around, you see several of these people all kind of just hanging around together. You would see one that seems to be a kobold, who seems very much familiar with most of the people here. Seems to be wearing some standard armorings, having like a short sword at its side, and seems to be like just talking to everyone. It's like, "Oh hey, Gil, how are you doing today?" He's like, "Oh, there you are, Golem." He's like, "You good today? How's that scab from the other week over there?" And as you kind of like see him just walking around, he seems like that kind of person that just knows everybody, knows everything going around.
I'm gonna wait until it looks like he's not as busy, like not just talking to people. I'm gonna walk up to him and ask him if he's seen Bitch Sibo.
Okay. As you kind of walk up to him, you immediately see him kind of perk up as he looks up to your direction. This little guy is only like 2 foot tall. And it's like, "Oh, well, you're just new faces to see here. How are you doing today? What is with these new faces all around here? We don't usually get that many at this time of year."
Hello there, sir. I was just looking for someone. I'm just passing through. Would you happen to have seen a deep gnome goes by the name of Sibo? He's about this tall, and like he has a mustache and a beard.
Well, I don't know about anybody named Sibo. It's kind of a weird name, don't you think? Oh, well, it's a gnome. They're all kind of a little special in their own ways. But as for, if you want to get any information on actual names and people, you're going to have to go to the front desk for that. It's policy of the guild and all, privacy and whatnot. But I'd be more than happy to share with you if you join us. And you see him flick just a small little badge on his collar, almost like it's a signifier of some kind.
God, are we in a bad anime or something?
Yo, we're about to join fucking fairy tale. Do this shit.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I guess I'll think about that off if you can give me a minute to talk to some of my compatriots.
Oh, sure. Take your time. As long as you get to waiting in line. Oh, it looks like lunch rush is about, or dinner rush is about to happen. So you might want to hurry up before they run out of good grub.
And on that note, I'm gonna step out for a second, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, so good news, found a lead. Better news, it comes with a job. The bad news is, it's as an adventurer. Like we're gonna be joining an adventurers guild, so we're gonna lose a lot of that freedom we got.
No.
Maybe, I don't know. I've never been in an adventuring guild. I don't know how this shit works.
Just instant no from Corvus.
I mean, it could be a paycheck.
Nope.
Corvus, think about it this way though. This is our
Nope.
only. Not only is this our only lead,
Nope.
this is a consistent place for us to work at,
Nope.
where we can keep doing our. Why are you so against this?
The moment you said lack of freedom, nope.
That's just a
Scanner
theory on
Rune
my
would
part.
kind of
I have no clue, like, the inner workings of this guild, I'm going to be honest.
Scandaroon, who parted off from you, Volmer, a little bit ago, kind of just like goes over the mental comms, goes, I'm not sure about that lack of freedom thing. I mean, most Adventurers Guild don't tie you down, they just give you a place to work at.
Plus, we're kind of broke right now.
We?
Well, I'm assuming since you didn't pitch in on the host, your pockets must be light, especially with that bag you had.
What bag?
I'm assuming that. Wait, what were you hiding the bag of holding that
Yes.
you bought?
For
Oh,
2 whole
never
days.
mind that. Ignore that
Yeah.
last line.
Dalmar's the only one who saw that one.
What's with you hiding shit anyway?
I'm.
I assume you'd be semi-open about it because that's a big thing to help the entire group anyway. We're gonna be like on a job, and then Corvus is just gonna pull out a fucking bag of holding, and Wolver's just gonna look at him like, "What the fuck, man? Where did you pull that from?"
Exactly. That's the fun shit.
I'm just assuming your pockets are light since you didn't pitch in much for the horse or the carriage.
I mean, yeah. And again, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Well, we'll continue our investigation out here, see if we can find anything on this Negacebo.
Okay.
Did we ever get a name on this
Nope.
guy?
Nope.
I'll be
The
waiting at
girl-
the guild hall.
The girl only ever
in the
said
comments.
the girl only ever said that he takes the exact likeness of Sibo, but for some reason is not using his name.
I know why, just to be a little bitch. Anyway, I'm basically. So Wolmey's gonna reply. We'll be waiting at the guild hall when you're done. We can meet up and we can talk about feeds, but this is the only one we have so far.
Okay. So, essentially, once I got like an idea of what type of races around here, deep gnomes seem a little bit rare. Yeah.
There is the occasional one, but it's even rarer than the tabaxis. It's like you
Okay.
see one in maybe every, give or take, 900 people, just as a ballpark.
Okay. So before I leave each district, I would have probably asked around a little bit to see if anyone saw a deep gnome fitting Sibo's description, and with the all that jazz.
Go ahead and just make a straight charisma check.
Can I get assistance from Dalmar?
Can he get assistance from Dalmar?
Sure. Sorry, I'm not feeling all that great, so I'm a little space cadet right now.
Fuck.
+0, huh?
Yep.
As you were asking around and kind of asking for those descriptions, a lot of the answers are, so many faces come by here. I mean, I can't remember all of them. The deep gnomes are rare, but still get some. We live next to a mountain and everything, and a lot of, well, if you're looking for anyone in particular, I mean, the biggest place of information we got here is the hall in the center of town. They stockpile pretty much everything on anyone that comes through here as long as they share information.
How many entry points have there been that we've seen into this city?
You'd be coming up on the second one around this time, which is just along the river itself.
Okay.
But you would have been able to see in the distance a third one, which is at the hill. You would have been able to see that there are people coming in and out of that wall. Mostly coming in, it seems like, from a long work day, since it is starting to get towards nightfall. They're coming back into town from the mountainside.
Okay. I'll turn to Dalmar. So, you made mention that You used to work as a guard.
May have hinted at such.
Okay.
You're observant. Sharp
I
memory.
usually remember things. Especially things that could be handy. Like right now. What do you think? Think any of these guards might offer up some information to us?
Possibly, if we find the right kind of guard. Most troublemakers who are known to the guards, at least in my city, we had a little board of descriptions. Most guards might not even give a shit enough to look, but thing.
Well, this imposter made a ruckus where he came from. He, and again, sorry, the information we got, he was just last seen here, yes?
This is where word has it he hangs out the most.
Where he hangs out the most. Okay. So, yeah, he probably might not even be causing problems. Especially if he
Yeah,
hangs
if it
out in
doesn't
this
cause
area.
problems here, the guards might not know of him.
But if he comes and goes quite a bit, or has come and gone recently, as he has, they might have seen him come into the city.
Mayhaps.
Which I doubt he came from this side, but maybe you can, talk to some of these guards, see if any of them have seen this guy come through. We have 3 entrances into the city to check.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're gonna
Oh
do.
shit, you're asking me to do charisma checks. It's gonna be fucking gold.
What's your charisma modifier again?
Negative
Just
one.
so we
Negative
know.
3.
Negative
Oh,
3.
-3. Oh.
Yes.
I have a 5 charisma, y'all.
Ah.
5. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking gold.
Uh-huh. But-
Alright.
Not only that, but I was a guard in
I'm rolling that one.
completely
End up
different,
negative
like,
2.
Environment.
yeah, like, I was a guard in a completely different city. Or, well, yeah, different city, but, like, also, like, a different country. So, like, uh-huh.
Yeah. So, which one of the currently 3 node entrances would you guys focus on? Which, mind you, I would say you're probably at the 2.5, nearing 3-hour mark of the link. So you're starting to get close.
I mean, at this point in time, we know where to meet them. I would say check here and then finish our communications down through Moon Meadow, our search, and then just check the other 2. And make a full rotation of it. Even if it takes
Yeah,
extra time.
just start with the entrance that's closest to us.
Okay, so since you're going to be talking to the guards, go ahead and make a charisma check. And Corveus, either you help him or you're going to do something else in the meantime.
I'm probably going to help him.
Okay, so go ahead and do them with advantage, and hopefully this -3 doesn't smack you that hard. Oh.
That honestly
And for what
was
it's
better
worth,
than I
it
was
is,
anticipating.
yeah. For
I
what
was
it's
honestly
worth,
expecting a negative number somewhere that wasn't a
Yeah,
natural one.
Yeah,
I
with the
was actually kinda
-3.
hoping for a negative just to see what would happen.
Yeah, for a -3, you kind of expect that a little bit. But regardless, as you are asking around, and there is a clear sense of difference between the guards that you know of and these guards. And it
Ooh.
becomes almost instantly apparent that these aren't just your everyday guard. If anything, they are mostly haphazard people that have been posted as guards. And from what you can tell, a lot of them either don't retain information or they literally go, look, I just report what I see, hand it over, get a drink, and that's my day. I don't need to remember people's faces, but I ain't having to cut them down.
Fair. Have a good shift.
Oh, fuck. So when we were up in this area here, between these two, which has the most foot traffic?
Between what, Green Hill and Brightshade?
Between the that entrance and this entrance.
The time of day would definitely be the entrance from the mountain. That's only because, like I said, it's getting towards the end of the day, so you've got a lot of people funneling through there right now, coming home from a long day of work.
Okay. I would like to focus on that one a little bit more than when communicating with some of these guards, if I can.
Okay. So you start to make your way over that direction, and around that time, getting close to the actual entrance itself is when your psychic link would basically run out. So if you have anything to communicate in the meantime, that would be the moment to do so. Because of that, we'll hop back to Volmer. What are you up to for the time being?
I guess I'm trying to figure out what's up with the wall, since I kind of just gotta wait for the others now. Or like, what's up with the mountain?
Okay, so you're just gonna ask around about what's going on, or you're just gonna try to analyze that yourself?
I'm gonna like ask around, see if people are willing to talk about it.
Just give me a charisma check. It's not gonna be hard. I'm just curious. Okay. But you kind of ask around. The very simple answer you would get from basically everybody is the mountain is their funding, pretty much. That they go up there to the mines, or they go up there to collect from creatures inside of there. God damn you. And the walls themselves, the outer walls, are mostly just a pretense in case anything comes from the actual hills themselves and the mountains, that they can all flood into the walls and get a little bit of protection. The walls at the arch are basically the defense stance. These are the ones that if you need to protect people, you will funnel them in there, and anybody who's left out on the outside is kind of at risk. At the very least, that is the generic idea.
Okay. You guys are giving me a lot more time to do like shit.
Or
I
you
didn't
could do what the
plan for.
kobold told you, to wait in fucking line.
I guess I could go in line. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I could take the spot.
Yeah. That's kind of what the illusion was. It's like, hey, that's going to take some time, so you might want to wait in line. It's kind of like the DMV.
Bruh.
Now I'm tempted to just not do it to screw with you.
If you want, that's on you.
No, I'll just get in line.
Alright. So as Correas and Delmar, you near the end of the last 4 hours, is there anything you send as one last message, or are you just going to let it cut?
Are you at the hall? And if we don't see you, find a inn somewhere in that vicinity.
We're at the hall. We're in the line for the guild. Problem: if we go to an inn, we can't afford it. Both me and Fulbright are dead broke.
Unfortunately so.
Okay, then find affordable accommodations. If worst comes to worst, we'll all meet at the hall tomorrow morning at
Got it.
11:45.
Okay.
Affordable accommodations with my total of 8 gold pieces.
And
Can be
Mr.
found.
Rune has 10.
That's enough to get.
That's
Wait,
that's
he has
pretty
10?
decent.
I thought that he gave some, like he put some towards the horse.
Did he put it all towards the horse? Let me double check.
I remember him
remember
saying
if
he
he
had
did.
10 gold, which I funneled in towards the horse
Let
when we were
me
talking about.
double check.
And we were
that.
doing our taxes, yes, last session, trying to
He
fucking
still has
figure
it.
out.
He probably didn't delete it.
maybe he didn't delete it.
Wouldn't be out of character.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he didn't delete it because yeah, I know he said he'd offer it. I just don't remember if he actually gave it over or not. Okay.
Well, if Volmer
Regardless.
used it, then, yeah.
Yeah, I think he did, and he just never deleted it. Maybe. Regardless, in the meantime, Volmer Iskandarun would tell you that he could go out to search for it. Just give me like 5 gold. I should be able to find a place for us.
Okay, I'm gonna hand him. I'm going to hand him 3 gold pieces, and 20 silver.
Okay. All right. So Iskandarun is off, going to search for an inn while you are waiting in line to talk to these people at the counter. You're waiting in line to order your dinner. Meanwhile, Corvus and Dalmar, what are you up to at the Northern Green Hill? Just asking the guards once again?
Yeah, this time I'll go up.
Okay.
with Dalmar in tow. Kind of come up to the guards. How many usually maintain this entrance?
It kind of scatters a little bit, but it seems like they hover between 4 to 6 people per group. And the ones actually watching the corner walls, it seems like they have little guard post positions on the high, where they have 2 people stationed on each one, and they have 4 at the bottom. So they have 4 and 4, so 8.
Okay. I'll just kind of walk up to whatever one's nearest to the wall and just kind of saddle up next to him and say, an acquaintance of ours passed through here recently. We're hoping that maybe one of you guys may have seen him. Short little deep gnome with a mustache and beard.
You see, just like, he gives you a hard look at first, kind of like, what the fuck are you doing coming up to a guard? But when you start asking him questions, it's kind of like, oh, you're just looking for someone. Always ask the guards, huh?
I mean, you guys see the most.
You're lucky you have a good memory. Every couple of weeks or so passes on through. Don't know what he does. Don't know what he's after. Sometimes he goes to the mountains, sometimes he heads out of town. I see him on occasion on my patrols. That's pretty much all you get out of me.
Are you sure? Do you happen to know where he might be in the city? 'Cause I know he came through here recently.
I don't know. Might need something to jog my memory there.
I will take out a platinum coin.
You take it out and he kind of just like looks
And
at
wait,
it,
hold
almost
on.
a bit in shock.
Hold on. It just appears in his hand.
Okay.
Kind of just look at him.
Yeah, you do see kind of like he looks at it, and you do notice that he does look at you as you kind of like walk to his side, and he does watch you do it, but like the swiftness that you manage to do as you tuck it into his fingers, you see you see that he's very impressed at the deed that you
You
just
know,
did.
with that, can I literally sneak it into his glove?
Yeah, I would say with a 25 you could, kind of like you came out to him and kind of
Awesome.
like give him like a pat on the hand, and as you did so, you have the coin on the tips of your fingers, you just go like, phew. And you do see in his face that he notices and he recognizes it. Kind of adjusts his stance a little bit, kind of like gets more relaxed. You know, mostly see him in 10. It's not
10.
It's not 100. It's 10. 10, 10, 10.
Oh, it's a lot.
But
Yeah.
yes,
10
the point
copper.
being it's very expensive. A single platinum is still pretty damn expensive.
Yeah.
Think of that as like the $100 bill of this world.
Yeah. Copper is basically pennies, and it's 10
Silver.
copper to a silver, which is basically a dime, and then 10 dimes make a gold, which would be $1, and then 10
Yeah.
gold makes a platinum. So
It's $10.
I basically
$10.
slipped him a $10 bill.
Yeah.
And if anyone plays with Electrum, shoot them in the head. They're an imposter.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck Electrum. Fuck it every day.
Electrum is a nickel.
Not even.
It's 5 silver
No,
is
it's
what
in-
Electrum is.
No, it's not. It's
Isn't it?
7 silver.
It's 7? I thought it was 5.
It's 7 silver.
What the fuck is 5 in older ones?
Exactly. That's why it's like,
Yeah.
fuck Electrum.
Yeah, no.
Electrum is
But,
garbage.
you see that he kind of gets more relaxed, and he glances around real quick, just to make sure no one's watching. Word has it, he takes some jobs here and there. The local alchemist hires him from the Adventuring Guild. As for him specifically, though, don't know why. I haven't seen many other work with the freak.
Do we have
Have a good chance with either one of those.
do we have a name for this friend of ours and for this alchemist? You familiar with that?
I ain't got a name for your friend. I got a name for the alchemist. Gorbel. Little ragged fellow.
Oh, this fucker. Out of game. Gorbel. This is the one that Ashana was supposed to go to, huh?
Possibly.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Huh. How long ago did you see this friend of ours come through town?
Last I saw him about a week ago. Headed north somewhere.
So
I
you
know
didn't
where.
You didn't see him come back, though.
Hasn't been back as long as I'm aware of. I've been posted here for the past couple days though, so I could have missed him.
Anyone at the water entrance that might be of a like mind?
You know, have to ask them. Some of us have some of the best memories, some of us have less memory than you'd imagine. So I think they forget their own names.
Yeah, I know people like that. Just like a 1,000-yard stare. Well,
Wait,
we do
what are you
appreciate
staring at?
we do appreciate your help, and if you find any more information, we'll be staying in an inn somewhere around the hole, and if you can bring it to us, might be a little bit more in there for you.
As you say that, you kind of see him kind of like give it, like raise his hand a little bit. Says, "If you're gonna see the little fucker, gonna need some more coin. More than this." And he kind of just raises his glove.
Okay. Well, again, if you find out any more information on him, let us know. We'll make it worth your while.
I don't know who you are. And he kind of looks away at that point.
And I'll start walking off towards the water entrance.
Okay. You're muted.
Thank you.
I saw your lips moving and I was like, nope.
I'll do a one-on-one mental comm with Corveus and be like, "This is why you convert gold to platinum. It is much easier for the non-initiated to hide a single coin."
Very much so. But a large bag of gold is easier to beat someone with.
Fair.
I don't know if y'all ever seen
That
that.
can get
Skyrim.
messy. That's the problem there.
I don't know if y'all
Although,
have ever seen that Skyrim animation where someone says they drew an animation of a guy of the Dragonborn hauling a massive bag of all their equipment, and they're like, "Why the fuck were you ever gonna need that?"
Yep.
That's why. Now I loot you again.
I love it. I love it.
although I will say, in a poor area, having a separate pouch just full of copper and silver, just a fan behind you, great way to cover an exit.
Regardless, as you guys
Not
are
that I'm
making your way
speaking
there,
from experience or anything.
as you guys are making your way there, Volmer, you would eventually make it towards the front of the line of the counter where There is a couple scattered races kind of attending the counter. You've got the occasional half elf, you've got the human, and you've even got one Kenku who's actually yelling out people's voices that they just spoke, kind of like, we've got 20 gold for Itterboom, and you see, we got 20 gold for Itterboom, and you just see people just following all these orders that are coming through. And you eventually just get, you and your fireball, man.
I
But
got the spell. I'm happy. I finally got it.
but you would be attended by a male human who kind of looks at you, gives you a slight bow, and does ask, he's like, "How can I help you today?"
Hello. I'm looking to join your guild, if you don't mind.
Oh,
I
well,
was told this is where we would do that.
it's always good to have new attendees to come in to join. By any chance you're joining alone? You're joining with a group? What you got?
I have a group. Don't know how willing they are, but I have a group.
If you don't mind me asking, how big is the group?
It's a group of four. Four? Your voice is. You're making me mimic your voice, damn it.
You see him immediately kind of like reach down and he pulls out a file of papers that kind of just goes through them. And he kind of slides 4 sheets at you and goes, if you get them all to fill out this information, very basic, don't need to reveal anything really if you want about us. Hell, you can even lie to us if you really want to. You just need to know who's getting the money.
He
That's
just
good.
encourage us to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So like Corvus is
they're
now
being
going to be pretty
practical.
easy to sell on joining this guild.
And plus also, it you kind of get the idea that like with the amount of races and people here, it's kind of like, yeah, if you give them a name, they have no way to prove you're being honest. So at that point, it's just like, yeah, just fucking lie to us at this point. As long as you do good work, we'll accept you. He does continue on though. He says, and if you could, be aware you're gonna have to go through a trial period, and you're gonna have someone joining with you. All initiates usually go through with a group, but had a random stuck with us, so they've been waiting. So if you could hurry up, seems like they're eager to make some coin themselves.
Okay, I'm sure I could get my friends to do this by early tomorrow, maybe today.
Perfect. Then we'll see you then. Early mornings is when almost no one's here. Knocked out on drink.
I'm gonna give him a small bow, and I'm gonna go try to find everyone.
And as you're kind of starting to make your way out, you do see the scanner rune kind of coming back, and he hands you 2 gold pieces in return. I found us some rooms. It'll do. I don't know if they'll be able to find us at it though. I got one for all of us in case they do.
Forgot I had push to talk on for a second. Let's wait here for a little bit, and then if we can't find them, then we'll just go to the inn.
All right. And he starts leading you towards the inn. Corvus and Delmar. As you guys are going towards the Watergate, are you going to ask guards again, or are you going to ask something else?
Try the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you will notice that this one actually has way more guards in it, but that's because there are some screening, some ships that are coming by. But late at night, there's very few people coming through. At this point, the sun has fallen, and you're starting to really just starting to follow the streets by moonlight more than anything. So whoever's going to do the talking, what are you doing?
Not my job.
I asked it just in case.
Okay. So I'll
I
kind
don't know,
of.
getting a -3 on charisma would be fun.
It would
Oh,
be.
it's
So
totally great.
again, just kind
Okay.
of try to pick one closest to the gate off to the side and do the same thing. kind of pop up next to him and ask if he's seen, little deep gnome with a beard and mustache come through here recently.
Make persuasion check for this guy.
I don't like persuasion.
Okay. You kind of see this one, looks to be a semi-older man, human. And as he kind of looks at you for a real quick second before he keeps focusing on his job, kind of goes, "Well, I see a bunch of folk come through, little gnomes. See them every day. See them every other day. I don't know which gnome you're really looking for."
Specifically a deep gnome.
"Oh, you're looking for a deep gnome, should be easy to find. Just look all through Bright Shade or even the Green Hill. Heck, some of them even live on the stair."
We looked through there. We know our associate that we're looking for. He works a lot with the alchemist Gorbel, and we know that he possibly passed through here recently. Just trying to catch up with him.
Oh, if he passed through recently, he's got to be in there somewhere. I don't really keep track of the faces that come through here. I've left too many faces, you know.
Anyone else over here that might have a better memory?
I'm not too sure about that. I mean, you can ask around if you want. We see a lot of people, though. A lot of people.
I'll do that whole hand trick where you have 2 fingers up or 3 fingers up with 2 pieces of gold in between.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Make persuasion check.
Fuck me.
You see that this man, clearly there's some more honor to him than the last guard. He's not as much of a curmudgeon-y asshole. He's very much a, I'm defending this town kind of thing. And he goes, sorry, can't take no tips or anything like that. And you see him looking around nervously, kind of like, am I going to get in trouble for this? I mean it. We see a lot of people go through here. I don't know who knows what. I don't really know if anybody really cares to remember the faces. I mean, we got to keep track of supply. We got to keep track of ships. Faces kind of go past you.
I'll take one step to the side to kind of block off the view from the other guards to him. Talk a little bit quieter. Tell him that this person we're looking for has been possibly doing some shady dealings in the area. And also, which could also possibly lead to more people getting injured. We're trying to find him and stop him.
Well, if you're that desperate to find this person, you said they go to the guild, right? They keep track of all the members, appearance and all. If you need anything from them, you can go ask them. They hand out information like candy.
That sounds like paperwork, though.
Not really. I mean, I went there and asked for my friend Jarek the other day. Found out he's been spending his earnings a little bit too much on gambling. Been wondering where he gets it from.
Okay. Most guilds I run into, you have to join. Ugh.
Possibly. I mean, they might have given it to me because I'm a guard. But, yeah, possibly.
Okay, well, I do thank you for what information you have given us, and keep an eye out, and I will just kind of sleight of hand tuck the 2 coins into his pocket, and kind of just do a little tap on the chest.
Big sleight of hand check.
Yep.
You have a better modifier than I do. Dang it.
You see, he actually reflexively takes a step back when you go to pat him on the chest, almost like he thinks you're gonna go for something. But when you just pat him on the chest, he relaxes very heavily there. He seems entirely unaware of what you just did. And it's like, oh, Thanks. Remember, go ask to the hall if you need any information on your buddy there.
Yes, we have some other friends down in that area looking for him too, so... But... Thank you. I'll kind of move on in through the town, head on down to the guild.
Okay.
Weak, weak, nudge, nudge, cracks the rib. Oh.
So by the time you make it towards the guild hall, it is rather late at night, going through the city, and you would see that they now have torches kind of lit up around the perimeter just to give it a good light for everybody to see. And as you're looking inside, not necessarily walking in yet, because I expect you guys probably don't do that instantly,
Yeah.
you would see several people who have sat down, partaken in several meals. There's plates just stacking up on the tables, mugs and glasses as well stacked there. And quite a few of them passed the fuck out, other of them still recanting adventures, singing music, playing instruments, and it's pretty much in full swing for dinner time, it seems.
Okay. Just after watching for a little bit, seeing if we see Volmer or Fulbright.
You would wait for a little while, and unfortunately, as you kind of go through, don't see anything of the sort for the both of them.
Make our way in?
Okay.
Make our way
As you
down.
make your way in, no one really gives you guys more than a second glance, kind of just like newcomers. They see you again, and then they just kind of turn back to their attention. It's very much a environment where the freaks and the losers all hang out, and they're here to make some coin.
I just kind of do pass around and see if we can find Volmer or Fulbright.
And as you kind of look around, and you do get the occasional eye kind of like, why are they patrolling? Like, why are they snooping? What's with these people? You get a good idea that neither of them are there at the moment.
Well, shit. Shall we find an inn? See if we can find them?
Yeah, might as well.
We'll start to peruse around the general vicinity, see if we can find any inns. Probably something cheap, since they spent so much money.
Okay, go ahead and just give me an investigation check.
With advantage?
Does Damar help?
Think so. Alright.
Okay. And it wouldn't take all too long before you would eventually find a rather modest inn in the area that does offer a room for 4 silver a night.
Okay. I'll go up to whoever's running the establishment. We're wondering if you possibly ran into some friends of ours. One being half elf. At a game crap, I can't remember what Fulbright is.
Human.
Human, yes.
Basic bitch human.
Basic bitch human,
So,
that's right.
Funny thing, Volmir's a full elf.
Full elf, that's right. I'm the half elf.
Yeah, he's full elf. That's
I'm
why
a
he
high
keeps
elf.
getting 4-hour short rest.
Yes, that's right.
I like the idea that Corvus paid so little attention to Volmir that he doesn't even remember.
I mean, you're not wrong. No, just kidding. He watches you like a hawk. No.
But when you do ask the attendee, unfortunately, no, I have not seen anyone of the sorts. But if you are going to invite some friends, you're welcome to pay in advance for them, if you so desire.
They most likely have paid for rooms for us. Are there any other inns in the area?
There's quite a few, but it would depend on your price range that you're looking at.
A little bit on the lower end.
Yeah, and she would scatter about you to the occasional inn that's on the lower end of things.
Okay. If we cannot find them, we may come back. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. As You are pointed around and fortunately don't find any sign of Iskandarun or Volmer in the lower end inns. Almost like he rolled a very bad investigation check and got a pretty expensive one. Which is why, Volmer, you got such a low return on your 3 gold and 20 silver.
And Volmer,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a way to send messages across the world instantly,
Yeah.
but we need a cleric, I think, for that.
A wizard can learn it, but that's
Yeah.
only if he took sending.
Yep. So, well, shit. I guess we'll go back to that other establishment and get
Okay.
rooms for the night. And
So either one of you paying for both, or each of you just mark off 4 silver. Also, it's the 3rd level spell, bitch.
yeah,
You just didn't take it. We know you
It
didn't.
is, but I deem Fireball and Dispel Magic more important than sending.
I don't know. We always split the party.
I was gonna say, 1, you always split the party, and 2, like you said, sending word instantly to someone is very nice.
Granted, he could take message for that too.
Yeah, but that's only 120 feet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Vero could take Skyroute.
Oh god.
Display it to the world, Mr. Druid.
Okay.
But regardless, you guys get yourselves a long rest in. Not like you really did much of anything anyways. Before, in the morning, as you guys are making your way to meet up at the guild at 11:45 sharp, no second later, no second sooner. Like good boys and girls. Skandarun, Volmer, he would tell you that while I was out looking for some stuff, I kind of heard a couple things. I know you said that we're all gonna partake in this, but I'm gonna go take care of stuff. I'm still gonna be in town. I'm not gonna leave, but I'm probably gonna take me the day. So go on and take care of stuff with them.
Okay.
You muted. Volmer, you muted.
Push to talk, motherfucker. Okay, I guess we can make a party of 4. What?
Okay. As the Skandarun goes off, and the 3 of you meet at the guild hall, where, as described by the guard, Corvais and Dalmar and Volmar, you'd notice this as well. Inside the hall, it is extremely quiet, and there is still the occasional person still passed the fuck out on the tables from a good long night of drinking.
Well,
Guess I'm just gonna sit at the nearest table and wait for the crime duo to come here.
And they would eventually show up, and it'd be more than easy enough for each of you to spot each other in a rather empty and or easy to see guild hall all alone, amongst a couple other separate faces and knocked out faces.
so
Question. Did I get any sort of refund for the rooms that weren't used that...
Nope.
Fucking Fulbright wasted my money.
He got a 3 on his investigation. It was pretty bad.
yeah.
Least he could do was only gotten 2 rooms.
Hey, here's the good news. You had a king-size bed, you had a dresser, you had a cupboard, you had a mirror, and you had your own private bathroom.
Damn.
Which they told you gets cleaned out every single day. So at least it was pretty good.
Why Dalmar rolled you 100?
I don't know. I'm curious as well.
Wild magic.
That'd be
Regardless,
awesome.
as you guys are at the guild hall,
I walk up to Volmer.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to be subtle. In fact, I will roll a performance for this acting with
I'm
my
curious.
-3. Oh, yes. Oh.
Furious.
And I will quietly say, the brass monkey has flown over the eagle. Prepare for dawn, and move out. And just start walking. And by the way, establishing mental comms.
second Wolmir realizes mental comms have been established, Wolmir's gonna go on comms and say, Doma, what the fuck?
Out loud, Corvus was like, "What the fuck was that?"
I'm so
The player-
confused.
That was a total player moment. We can even retcon it if you guys
No,
want.
no,
It's
that's
just-
No, that's staying
I
in.
had to
No.
do
That's
something.
staying. That is staying. I don't even know what it is, but it's staying.
if
It
it's
doesn't mean anything either. He just wanted to be dramatic in that moment.
God, it was like, did it really not mean?
I'm living up to my 5
Yep.
charisma.
You don't know.
yeah.
You don't know.
Sure as hell are.
Go ahead and roll your d6 for established comm.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to laugh, okay?
You know, just
6
That
hours.
was-
There you go.
That was the
Real
best
nice.
way I could think of to get a laugh.
that's good.
Man, you've got really good rolls on this established comms.
Yeah.
I have.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Fuck you, Volver.
But regardless, after the little and Vollmer, because of the low performance, you can tell he's just fucking around, but at the same time, it's still such a shocking moment that it's like, what?
Yeah, like what the fuck is happening?
Oh wait, it gets better.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull a Family Guy moment.
Oh no.
I'm gonna walk out the door, walk in a short circle, walk back in the door, and sit down like nothing happened.
So Corvinus and Vollmer, you have like a 3-minute
I love this,
interval
I'm sorry.
where you guys are just looking at each other, so fucking confused, before Dalmar just walks back in and sits down right next to y'all.
Hey, what's
Before
up?
he sits down, what type of chairs are they? Am I able to kick it out from under him before he finishes sitting?
They are wooden chairs, and if you want to try to kick it out from under him, go ahead and make a dexterity check, and Dalmar, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Oh my
Damn.
god!
Damn.
That is the moment that Vollmer has proven that he is the rogue of the party.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck
Yes,
you.
he did.
Where, Dalmar, as you
Ow.
come in, strolling like nobody's business, you go to sit down, and is in that instant, a mere inch away from touching the seat, Vollmer just kicks it from underneath you, and you feel yourself tumble onto the ground. It doesn't hurt or anything, but you can feel the shame inside of you, kind of like, I'm fast on my feet, and I fell for that.
No, he starts laughing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at it. Dalmar on the ground and be like, you need to be
At
put
this
in
point,
timeout.
I'm.
Just lays on the ground.
I
But
feel
regardless,
I've been high strung for so long. I had to unwind somehow.
Anyway,
Make
I cast
you all
darkness.
awkward and
I cast darkness on
uncomfortable.
Dalmar.
Well worth it.
Alright. Regardless. Sitting at the guild hall, Dalmar,
My
you...
friend the shadow. I moved with it finally.
Volman's gonna hand them both the sign-up sheet thing.
Yeah.
So, when he's on the ground like that, I'm gonna literally cast darkness on him.
You
So-
cast darkness inside the guild hall?
You're gonna get kicked out.
On
You're
Dalmar
going-
specifically. So it follows
Right?
him.
Fuck, you can't. That's counterspell, not spell magic. Fuck.
Yeah. That's the problem. Yep, that's the difference.
Why are those two different spells? God damn it.
To fuck with the players. For that exact reason.
But dispel magic, you could try to dispel it.
He has you to see the point, which I think is the problem with that. No?
No, I think it's just.
Dispel magic. Can do you need to see it? Hey, can I spell dispel correctly? No, apparently I can't. Within range. Nope, you can do it if
Yep.
you want to. Burn
Can
a
I
third
just
level
spell
spell.
the magic as quickly as possible before we get our asses kicked out?
If you want to burn a third level spell right off the bat, yeah. Yep, that's the issue.
All you hear is Corvus chuckling.
Oh, wait, hold on. No. I'm gonna get up and head out.
You're just leaving.
Alright, so
I
while
can do
Volmer
this
is in
around the
Guys, what the
city.
fuck
Yes,
is
I
going
am.
on?
while Volmer's in analysis paralysis in Dalmar, as you begin to get up and the darkness starts to move, you all just watch as the darkness just vanishes. And clarity comes back. And you just see one man with a half-drinking bottle in the corner, a halfling that's just elegantly dressed in the most flamboyant clothes possible, with legs up on the table, kind of just looks at you with a smirk on his face and goes, "Bit early to start up some trouble.
He needed to be
I
put in
want to save it
timeout.
for your adventure."
Just needed a laugh. I wasn't expecting the darkness, though. Or the chair to be kicked out from under me.
Sometimes you have to put your friends in timeout.
But regardless, as Volmer hands you the sheets, I imagine he also explains you the rules of, like, they really don't care if you lie to him. They get enough lies as it is.
Okay. So what's the rules for joining this guild?
Don't fuck up your friends. Literally stay honorable to the job. Remember, you work here if you take a job from here. Other than that, there's really no ties. It's just, you need to go through a trial period. Once you get through the trial, you'll get a pin. That pin will signify you've joined. And pretty much that's it.
Also, apparently we're gonna be getting a friend for this mission, so
A
that's gonna be
friend.
fun. I have yet to meet them yet. I don't know. They signed up for it as a solo, but you're supposed to have a team, so they're gonna be put with us throughout the trial.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna assign this thing as C.
Just the name C.
Just C.
Just the letter C or
Just the letter
C?
C.
Okay.
Just the letter C.
Okay. Dalmar, any special name?
How does...
Oh god, what's he typing?
I'm a little worried as well.
I'm terrified. Remember, Twitch chat can see this.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be
Kadavuva.
weird.
That's our group name. Kadavuva.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, really?
Oh
You
my
didn't even hit
god,
enter yet.
Josh. Why?
Jesus Christ.
Why must you do this, Josh? These
I'm
are
gonna guess
all
it's an internal joke.
other characters of his.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so... Okay, I won't actually do that name, but that did legitimately cross my mind. So I had another character in another campaign. The last one I played, he was an Asherati and a ninja, and I like it was his paranoia was different than Corveus's, but also slightly higher. He didn't even like the party didn't know his real name for like 4 sessions. He introduced himself under an alias that he kept going. And he had a second alias in case the first alias was compromised, just so that he could keep his real name actually hidden.
God.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
the fuck is the point of a real name at that point?
Who knows? But regardless.
Backstory, we can skip it.
Yeah.
That's why.
What name are you gonna put on there though? If anything, you could just put Dalmar, but I'm imagining you won't.
Oh god, he's typing again.
Yep.
No, I'm just wanting to see the names I'm thinking.
Well, if anything, if you want to decide it later,
Fuck
as
it.
long as you fill out
Just
the paperwork.
Dalmar, whatever.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not
some
the person telling the truth.
Good. Yeah, good.
I like that actually.
You
Yeah,
really
no.
shouldn't
All
like
right.
that.
Dalmar
Space
backwards.
Meadow.
There you go.
I know. I get your joke. Ha ha.
Uh,
So you gonna go with that? Yes or no?
Not now.
Okay. But regardless, you want to
anyways,
decide on what name you put on there later, if not Dalmar.
Just
Yeah.
Dalmar. Fuck
If
it.
you want to decide later, yeah. They're trying to move it on. I kind of want to get our
Yeah.
new member in as
That's what
yeah.
I've been thinking basically this entire session.
Yeah, that's what I've been
I
trying
know.
to push for.
No.
But as you guys finish filling out the paperwork, who is going up to turn it in?
I assume I am.
I would assume so as well, but it's always good to ask the question. Because they could send out Dalmar for all I know.
That's a fast way to get a nat one and just kicked out before we can sign up.
Regardless, as you walk up to sign or to give over the paperwork, you see the man prior goes to say to call over the other recruit. And eventually, after about a 5-minute or so wait from the inns in the actual guild hall itself, from up top the stairs to the far right, you see a person walk down who you assume to be your comrade and Farrell, if you want to describe yourself after an hour and fucking half.
Sorry.
No. Myself, I know exactly.
You want to just describe your character in any, like, as much or as little detail as you really want to.
Medium length, brown hair. There's a few white strands going down the middle. Uh, a, a decent height, I guess. Like 5'6". Yeah, it's vague, but hey,
Okay. Good enough. Race, just human.
human.
Yep. Just double checking. And they would lead you, Veril, towards a motley crew of a man that looks straight out of Assassin's Creed Gauss style, another who kind of looks like he spent quite a bit of time in the jungle, and a mage of sorts that looks far more refined than the other two and kind of tells you what the fuck is this guy doing with them.
I'm the only sane one here.
And the man that is currently handling all four of you kind of just looks at you and goes, "This will be your crew to go off in. Now, to describe the trial, it's more of a freebie mission, if you want to call it that way. The four of you are to go into the mountains past the Green Hill and find some game. What game it is entirely up to you. But do note that whatever you bring back will be paid for. And we're not going to have you spend your time and waste it, but we want to see what you are capable of. Bring whatever it is you want to claim as your mark, and we will judge you on that very kill itself. You may decide when you want to come back, as long as you return within about 3 days."
Is there a catch? This seems really easy.
If you want to make it an easy hunt, then you will be paid easy gold. If you want to pay, or if you want to make a difficult hunt, you may get some bigger gold. And this will basically designate you as whether or not you are capable of joining us. So don't think just hunting an owl will simply gain you entrance.
If you don't mind me asking, what type of animals are in this forest? I can't imagine it's something much bigger than a bear.
It is not a forest, it is a mountainside.
Seem different.
It's a grandiose difference. There is the
I didn't say
occasional
that in
tree.
character. I was making a joke.
There are some trees there, so there are the occasional forest life, but more than anything, it is things that are acquainted to live in the mountains, and nothing that lives in the mountain is easy to take down, if you get my drift.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm. What's some of the strongest creatures that dwell up there?
Strongest is always yet to be found, mostly because someone always binds to find something stronger. But the more common things that you will find out there are quite possibly owl bears. I've heard talk of a displacer beast here and there. And there is
Kitty.
always the likelihood that you might just see something quite special come out of the mountain itself, to which you may perish or you may succeed. So,
Hmm. Displacer Beast sounds fun. Fucking rock time. Yeah, about that. Very well. Sounds like this will be fun.
as I said, you will be paid for whatever mark you return, so if you want to make some quick money as well, bring something of value.
Quick
Do
question:
we
where's
need?
your cart been this entire time?
Hmm?
Our cart?
I
Where did
imagine you and Iskandaroon have been trudging it around this entire time, and I imagine that since it was a higher end inn that he got you to, you guys just have it hooked there.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we'll go grab a cart and start the journey.
Be
Yeah.
limited to one mark.
If you want multiple marks, you can, but whichever one you present to us is going to be your primary source of evaluation and income for this current bout.
And 12 owl bears, got it.
Do you need a trophy off of it, or do you need the whole creature?
Yes, you are going to need a trophy.
Okay. I was just wanted to make sure we're not having to drag back a troll or something, or
Hey, no, dude. Well, if you do bring it back to town, it will be swiftly dealt with, but whoever takes the final blow will be the one awarded the mark.
I meant a dead troll.
If that's how you wish to present the trophy, then you may.
That's heavy. Very
We
heavy.
have a cart, we can manage something big.
Well, either way. Shall we get this show on the road?
Yes.
I guess we shall. During the cart ride, we had plenty of time to get acquainted with you, Miss Person.
Yes. What is your name?
Oh,
Farrell.
me?
Yes, you.
Yes, new white hair.
My name is Vero. May I ask your guys' names?
Corveus.
Volmia
Delmar.
Everfall, at your service.
Yeah,
I
that.
feel like all three of you just said that at fucking once.
I know that's. I'm
I
hoping
think
that's in game
so.
too.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm pretty sure all three of them said it at once, so it came out as one jumbled ass fucking mess.
I am Corveus.
I am Delmar.
Volmia Everfall, at your service.
I see. Well, I look forward to working with you guys. I'm not very good with people, so I apologize in advance for anything that comes with talking with you guys.
Yeah, you seem pretty new to all of this, yes?
Very much.
What can you do? What skill set do you have?
What's a skill set?
What
What are you
class are you?
capable of?
Yeah, what are you capable
Either
of?
what class are you, or what do you think you're capable of? Like what?
I'm a druid.
Do you talk to trees?
Thanks.
I I guess.
So that's why you're not very good with people. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
The rumors about tree huggers real, or was that rude? Sorry, never mind.
Anyway, we should probably go get on the cart and we can discuss more during the ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's head out.
All right. So as you guys begin to make your way out of the city with your cart in hand, Vero, you would be shown a 2-horse carriage cart with an open back. One horse is a brown with blackish stripes occasionally clawed across it just by marking, while the other one is actually a rather basic black stallion sort of design. I realized we never actually did describe Iskandaroon's horse ever.
Yep.
I didn't realize that until last week when I was rewatching the VOD. I'm like, oh yeah, we never did describe his horse.
So, question: does anyone here know how to drive a carriage? Because Fulbright is not going to be with us on this mission, and I don't.
Yeah. He isn't around here, huh?
From what I've
Should make
gotten,
time.
I think I remember mentioning I'd be pretty decent at driving a carriage.
Well then, I guess you'll take the lead. Or take the reins, I guess. English is a very easy.
What is this English?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with that typing thing Dalmor brought up on the cart.
Typing?
What?
The RP chat when you brought up typing, it's hard.
Oh,
What is this RP chat you speak?
Regardless,
Vero.
as you guys
Yes?
let Vero take the reins, and Vero, you know how to lead horses, and while this is a little bit of a different one, never really led them so much by cart, mostly by riding, it is the very same concept, and you are good with animals. So it's nothing of an issue for you to start leading the group away northbound past Green Hill and into the mountains. And as you guys are riding, the jagged terrain starts to really take hold when you're about 2 or so hours up the mountain itself. And at that point is when you start to see several differentiating pathways going out towards different sections of the mountain itself. And you see that a lot of people have already arrived here on carts and from just their morning walks up towards the mountain, where they are now scattering about, grabbing equipment for mining and grabbing equipment for investigating or whatever it is that they are up to. And it very much seems like these people are in the long haul for the work today. Seems like they take different shifts, since at this point it's about 2 in the afternoon, as you even see some of them start to make their way back towards the city as it is already on their own carts, kind of in like buses, basically. As you guys begin to make your way further and further up the mountain, you start to see that this self-jagged, pointed path just starts to turn natural and just loses all sense of common pathway. As you start to see the occasional large tree start to grow out of the ground with a grayish shading over brown. The leaves themselves take a little bit of a darker hue of green than the lighter shade you would normally see in healthier areas. As you start to make your way up north, further and further up that jagged mountain top that you see in the distance, are you guys looking out for something, or are you going to keep trying to go as far as you can until something comes at you?
Wilmir would be keeping an eye out.
Yeah. So would Corvus, but the plan would probably be get as deep in as we can. Usually big creatures don't stay in or like this close to settlements.
Okay.
I'll occasionally glance around.
All right.
I would
So
hope
go-
so, since you're driving.
So go ahead and make perception checks, each of you. Whoever is keeping an eye out.
So I've never exactly done this before. How do I do that?
So on your character sheet, you can see the bottom, or the center, sorry. The center, you see a bunch of things labeled skills and a whole bunch of names. Look for the one that says perception, which is near the bottom because they are alphabetically sorted. And you'll see to the right of there, in a small little box, there should be a plus something. And for you, it's a +4. So you just click on that +4, and it should roll and automatically send it right over here on Roll20.
I may or may not need you to explain that one more time.
So on your character sheet, dead center, you see a long vertical bar that just has a bunch of things labeled, like acrobatics, animal handling, etc.
Oh,
With a
okay.
shit ton of pluses on the right side. Look down that list for perception. It is alphabetically sorted, so just look for P's.
Also, if you look on Discord, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, got it.
Wow. There we go.
Very good.
I was
Nice.
hoping that would happen.
How do you do that? Oh, figured it out.
Yep.
So Meryl, just so you know, if the number is green in the chat, that means it's a natural 20. If it's red, it's a natural 1.
Yeah. And if you haven't noticed, I usually do just natural 20s, and natural 1s are king, except for very specific situations. And in that case, that's like fucking amazing. So, the cart ride up. First D&D roll ever, yeah, natural fucking 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go.
As you're making your way up on that cart, and you are all looking about very well, rather. Volmer being really the only one who is still not accustomed to the rough nature environment, while everybody else has had their fill and has their awareness. As each of you are able to see along the way, there's the occasional larger wolf of some kind that kind of just darts off. As kind of Corvea said, they don't really stick to the closer regions. They kind of wait until you're more into their territory. And there's even a moment at some point where even Corveus would be able to see off in the distance, maybe about 300 feet or so off to the right. Could swear that there's these large bears that have feathers for fur versus fur, which is a little bit on the strange side of things. But it's nothing unusual when you spot an owl bear among the mountains. But as you start getting further and further up, there comes a moment that is the literal owl bear. It's not an off-brand. As you start to make your way further up, there comes a moment where, besides seeing these usual prey, these usual things that you kind of know that are laying about everywhere, Delmar and Veril, off to the side, a bit ahead of y'all, you can't help but notice that there is the occasional shadow and wisp that kind of just like just darts on through. And then you swear you see about 20 feet away dart again, here and there. And even with a natural 20 perception, you can't quite pin down where it's coming from, but you at least know the general direction in which it is. Ooh, 1 hour. Okay. At least you have mental comms for an hour.
Okay.
And you're including Vero in that, right? Just making sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Mural's on comms. Maybe if we use the mental communication over comms, we have a less chance of spooking the thing. I'm seeing a moving shadow that randomly appears. Something's here.
Okay.
Anyone else see this?
I haven't noticed anything myself.
Vero,
Neither
you do
have I.
see that.
I do. I thought I was the only one that was saying that.
Is this Veryl's first
Yeah.
time hearing someone talk in their head?
That's a good point.
I think so, actually. Yeah, this would be the first time that Vero would be hearing a disembodied voice come from out of nowhere. And you recognize the voice because you've been hearing it this entire time on the little conversations here and there. But Damar and the rest of the group are just talking in your head.
Okay, Vera's a little spooked, but is too afraid to ask at this point.
Honestly, can't blame you.
Yeah? So
Yep.
do you speak back in the head as well?
Vero will keep quiet for now unless, someone mentions their name.
Okay.
Well, two of us have seen it, so something's here. Something that's really sneaky.
Glad you're both insane.
Could be.
Possibly. I mean, you're seeing shadows, you're hearing voices in your head.
Exactly. I don't know how brass monkeys fly, but apparently they do.
I will put you in timeout again. I swear to all that is holy.
Not the time, Corvus, not the time.
Okay. So, we need to keep an eye out. Does it look like those things are following us? Or where are they at?
Damar, even with that natural 20, it's very hard to tell. You can't tell if it's that you're in their territory, you're approaching their territory, or they are genuinely stalking you. It's almost like you're seeing 3 different versions at the same time from one spot to another.
It's difficult to say. It's almost like there's 3 of them, or one of them in multiple. Look, magic shit. I don't know how work. And that's literally how the character is going to just phrase it. Like, however your magic bullshit works, I don't know. And however that thing does thing, but I have no idea where it's coming from, or if it's wanting lunch, or protecting its young, or protecting its territory. I can barely see it at all. And
Well,
it's doing that weird thing that Darren used to do, or something similar. Did that one time in the caves. Protected him against the slime.
oh,
The weird, there, not there, magic-y stuff.
got it.
Illusion, magical conjuration, one of the two. I'm assuming I don't have to roll a check to see if I can tell.
What?
That, like, off of they're not there, I can guess it's illusion or it's conjuration.
1 to 2, yeah. To a certain
Okay,
extent.
making sure.
So, the guy mentioned Displacer Beasts. Would Corvus know what the hell that is?
I would say no.
No.
I would say he's heard the name.
Yeah.
He's heard not to fuck with the things, but he's never actually seen or really known any detail about them.
Okay. Then I have no idea what the fuck this thing is. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Would Volmir be able to get anything off of a creature that could use some form of conjuration or illusion?
You know what? Just give me a straight intelligence check. Curious. There are a couple things that could do this kind of stuff. Let's see.
Rip.
Yeah, there's a broad, wide range of creatures that could do this, either through just straight up magic, or just natural magic, or inherent ability. Unfortunately, as you guys keep moving forward, there comes a moment that, with your natural 20s, yeah, I'm gonna keep that up. Dalmar and Veril, you notice that it comes a second one of those shadows, but it's more straight ahead of you. And Damar, while you're kind of like looking around and you get that flicker off the side of your vision, you just get a third one, just like a little bit behind you. And both of you can almost swear that those blurs, while you can't really get their position, are getting closer.
Hold on.
You can cast alarm ritual, yeah, if you want.
I'm going to do that on the cart then.
Okay,
So that
so
way,
we'll
if something
say
boards the cart and we can't see it, we will know.
the past 10 minutes, you cast alarm on the cart area itself.
I'm assuming the fact that we're moving doesn't fuck with it.
How rocky is
No, because as long as you place it stationary on the object itself, the object can move, but the alarm doesn't. So if you place it on the object, it moves with it.
How rocky has this cart been?
Pretty damn rocky. Especially now that you guys are no longer on Main Road.
How hard would it be to maintain a defensive stance?
Not horrifically bad, but it's hard.
He probably would
Like,
have
as
done
long
it.
as you kind of, like, keep hold of the cart and try to steady yourself, it's very possible. But if a big enough bump happens, it could throw you off.
The moment there was danger possibly around us, he probably would have taken the dodge action. And
Just
held
constantly been taking
Yeah.
the dodge action.
Yep, just held
Okay.
it.
And
'Cause, like-
Delmar.
yeah.
Oh. Okay. What are you throwing at?
This thing that's obviously coming in on us.
There's one to the right,
Whatever
there's
the
one in front, and one to the back.
one behind us.
The one behind you. As you kind of like,
Actually,
Get that-
where am I in the cart? Because if I'm in the front of the cart, I'm not gonna throw past everyone.
I'm assuming Veryl's in the front of the car.
yeah, Vero's in the very front
Yeah.
driving it. There's space for someone to sit next to him if you guys want to, and then there's obviously the space in the back. So how are you arranging yourselves? Vero is obviously in front. And then you guys can arrange yourself how you want to.
I think I would have placed myself like center back of one of the sides of the cart.
I would have been pretty much
Okay,
like
so
this.
dead center as well. Fulmer, where would you be, front or back?
I guess I'd be closer to the back.
Okay. So Vero has
So-
like a 5-foot distance between him and his friends. Cool.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, actually, I'll sit towards the front then to make sure that Veryl isn't just.
Fucking newbie of the party, get the fuck away from us.
Passed away from everybody else.
Okay, so now
Sounds
that
like
I
one
know
dog.
that I have a clear line of sight, as soon as I think the thing's in range, I'm flinging.
Okay.
And over comms, I'll just say, this, whatever the shit this thing is, it's closing in. I'm gonna start going loud.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack again for me.
Okay.
Okay. So as you aim for it, you throw your psychic blade right at it. There's a genuine moment where you feel as though you probably nailed it. You probably got it real closely. But as you watch your psychic blade, and you know its position just from mental connection, you see a shadow almost get pinned by it and whisk away. Before that shadow, you don't see anymore.
My blade pinned a shadow, and it.
It
poofed.
looked as though it should have hit something, but it didn't.
Feel like I should have hit the thing, and I didn't. I saw, like, a shadow just, like, poof.
Now that he's like slinging his mind blades and shit and like probably pointing things out, are we able to see these shadows or?
As he flings his blade towards the one direction, which gives you an actual genuine place to look at, I would say Corveus. What's the passive on Viral and Wilmer there? Just you, Corveus, would be able to see that whisk of shadow just kind of dissipate as you see that shimmer in the air of the psychic blade.
Fucking
You guys don't
ghosts.
see any movement after that. Just gonna move you guys over here.
So how the hell are we supposed to bring back shadows?
Well, the safe thing to guess is that the creature can use some form of illusion magic more than anything, compared to out of my two guesses. Meaning that one of them is real and the other two are fake.
Hmm. Great.
Okay. Still just maintaining my stance. Just don't know where the fuck that. Like I'm looking all around at this point in time. Just paranoid as fuck.
Okay. So as you guys keep moving forward, go ahead and give me more perception checks, each of you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow.
Fucking Christ, you guys.
I rolled-
As you are
Jesus is making up for the armor fight.
continuing to move forward.
We never resolved that.
What?
Volmer and not having armor.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he has it.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
didn't see the memo. Okay.
Yeah, no, he did. He remembered it immediately after he left. Yeah.
Okay.
I debated being a horrible DM, but nah. I said, I'll give it to you, you squishy wizardo. As you guys continue to roll forward, there comes a moment as you're approaching one of the larger trees in the area, one of the few ones that Corveus and Volmer, you can't help but swear and notice that there's that brief moment of shadow that goes right into the tree.
You know you want to. Just do it.
Corveus knows exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I know what you're thinking too.
You know you want to. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, you know you want to.
Because I had the same thought. I want to build Molotov and throw it at the fucking tree. It's okay.
5,
Let's be smart.
3. You technically don't see anything. Are you just gonna magic missile the tree?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you see I could see it dipping behind? Can't I like curve it?
You saw the wisping shadow go into it, but you don't
Fuck,
see it
okay,
by
I guess
line
I'm
of
just-
sight.
Never mind then. My plan was okay. This can't miss, meaning I can hit it. I guess I'll just shoot the tree. I
You
guess
could-
I'll use firebolt instead in that case, though.
Okay. So temptation does not win over you this time, as you launch a firebolt out of the palm of your hand and impact against a tree, and you hear the faint crackle of wood smacking against with the force of arcane fire. And as you do so, you can't help but hear just these low growls start to kind of echo off around the stone in the area around you. I need you guys to roll initiative.
Click your token
Woo.
first. God damn it, Volmer.
What?
You didn't click your token.
Fuck.
I told you, click your token first.
By the way, Varel, really quickly, before you roll initiative, click on your
Yes?
token on the map. Oh, wait, I don't think I gave you control of your token. Hang on. Let me double check that. I did not.
Daryl, you have been unable to move your body on your own this entire campaign.
Apparently. Okay, so now you can click on your own token, and you'll see these little bubbles pop up. Don't worry about that for now. Go onto your character sheet, and at the very top, right underneath the big ol' proficiency bonus, you should see initiative. Click that, It'll set your initiative, and it'll send it immediately onto here. There you go.
Nice.
And
Very
my
nice.
first roll is good too. Fuck.
Yeah, he's been getting some pretty damn good rolls. Corvus, what's your dex? Because apparently you don't have 10 right now.
4.
Okay. So Corvus, you are the first to act. What do you do after you hear this going growl around you? After Volmer just set the firebolt against the tree.
I am going to hold my action.
Okay.
I can't see
What are you
anything.
holding?
Attack action.
Just attack action? Okay.
Yep. With my brass knuckles.
Okay. So you take out the stone and you have it reform into brass knuckles around your one fist. Okay. I need everyone to make me a perception check again. Real quick.
Fuck.
Okay. As you're all focusing your direction towards the front where Volmar just struck a tree, and you start to kind of look around in the air, trying to focus on where the hell anything is coming from. Dalmar, you weren't exactly paying all that much attention. Just barely missed the DC. As you just hear, out of nowhere, a growling roar come from behind, and it's going to attack you at advantage. 20 hit?
Oh, yes. Yes, it do.
You take 13 points of damage as
Okay.
one of the tentacles on the back of this creature, this cat-like creature, lashes out and whips you across the back. Not only does it hurt as an impact, but you almost feel these claw-like forms off of the tentacle itself retch against you. And it's going to go in for a second one.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, it was almost like I made it very obvious.
Yeah,
18
right?
to hit.
18 hits.
7 points of damage as you take a second hit to the back.
So real quick, is it an action to change the weapon?
I believe I did write that, did I not?
No, you didn't mention what it takes.
Shit. Okay, yeah, it is an action.
Okay, so never mind then.
Yeah, it is an action. That's all they're going to do for this round, because that one had the jump on you. Varel, as you hear this growling roar and you whip your head back and you just see Dalmar just take 2 strikes to the back as he's sitting on the cart from these tentacles reaching out from the back of this panther-esque shape. To give you a better look at what that is, let me see, can I do that? There we go. Say hi,
Oh,
Mr.
boy.
Displaced Beast.
Yep.
It's a displacer beast.
Angry kitty.
I
Very
think this is the first time I have ever fought a Displacer Beast in D&D.
Ooh, really?
And I've been
now
playing this
Beryl
game for
wants to
over 10
tame it
years.
because it's a cat.
Yep.
You're gonna continue to make that joke forever, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm waiting for you to turn into a cat and make a cannon.
I think there were ways in previous editions where, like, I think, like, epic level wizards can make them familiars. I'm not sure.
So, Varel, what are you up to? You can take 1 action, 1 bonus action, and you can move your movement speed, which is all on your character sheet.
Let's see.
Keep in mind, though, currently you're sitting at the front of a cart driving it, so it might not be the best idea to get up and start moving.
Yeah, that depends on the horses, which so far your horses right now are pretty damn calm. FYI.
Good, good.
I feel like I don't know if it would be good to stop the cart.
You want to keep going on the cart?
Just to get away for a second, get everyone adjusted, and then if they want to fight it, after we've at least gotten ourselves briefly together.
Well, you are all together right now. You're on the cart still. These things attacked while you guys were still moving.
Ah. So I guess we can't really drive away. Shoot.
Yeah, it's on you. What do you want to do? You want to cast a spell? You want to try to go at this thing? You want to try avoiding it?
Like looking through all my spells, I completely forgot which one I chose.
Yeah, stage fright.
This is fun. Okay.
What are you planning here? What are you thinking of doing? Spell, moving,
Wild shape.
wild shape?
Turns into a horse while on the carriage.
Wild, question. So, wild shape, I could cast wild shape if I've seen the creature, correct?
Yes, but it has to be a beast. It cannot just be a creature. It has to be a beast.
Beast.
Basically, just a generic animal.
I don't think you could turn to Displacer Beast before you ask. That's where
I
my
was
brain
wrong.
first went, so I
I was-
thought I'd say it.
Um, shoot. Okay. Newbie player takes like 10 minutes to like figure out.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I'm
okay.
asking if you want to. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to cast a spell? Are you trying to attack it? Are you trying to avoid it?
I
Just
don't
help
think it
you
would
filter out
be.
your options.
I don't think it would be best to attack it just because I don't want to like knock everyone off of the carriage, um, on accident of due to like Vero being too distracted focusing on an attack. Um, so I guess depending on what the beast is doing, maybe try and move the carriage, like jerk it to like the side for a second to kind of just throw it off at least for a second.
So you're
I don't
continuing
know.
to move.
Is it like on the cart? Like, is it like right on it?
It's right next to it and uses tentacles to lash out towards Dalmar. So it's not on the cart, but it's right up next to that bitch.
Hmm.
Or you're saying you wanted to keep driving forward?
Forward isn't great. I don't know.
That's what I'm asking. Are you trying to run away from it? You trying to attack it? Trying to cast a spell? Kind of cut down your options here and help you make a decision.
D&D is all about impulsive decisions.
It is.
Sometimes the stupidest decision is the smartest one.
It's very possible.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm currently trying to figure out how to cast Fireball in this thing without burning the cart.
In that case, I guess move the cart to the opposite side that it's currently next to. Try and
You're trying to drive away.
drive away.
I don't mean to make that visible, my bad.
Okay.
Not like far. I want to keep a distance at least, though.
How far are you thinking? Between, I believe it's 30 feet for a horse. Let me double check that.
I think a war horse was 40 feet.
I'm double checking. I can't remember what
How the
horse
fuck
is
do you
here.
rate stuff?
now. 60 feet. So how far are you going? You got up to 60 feet worth of distance you want to cover. And
think.
each of these squares are 5 feet, FYI.
I
We
see.
running way off the map again?
You might.
Maybe like 50, 50. Sorry, I forgot I was on push to top. 50 to like maybe 55. 50 to
Okay.
55.
So as you start to make your way opposite direction of the creature, once you make your way around the tree, say hi to Mr. Beast number 2.
Oh, fun.
And this one was waiting for a small target to go after. And he is pouncing for your ass.
Great. Okay.
The 24 hit ya. And it's against your AC, which is the top of the character sheet.
I
Guess
com-
yes.
I genuinely did not hear what you said.
Does a 24 hit your AC, which is the top of your character sheet? It is armor class. I'm gonna go with a yes, because you're a druid, and druids don't usually have that high of AC this early.
Yes. I think.
What is your armor class number? This is
My
me
armor
also
class.
walking
Oh.
you through.
My armor class number. It says like 15, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's gonna hit you, and you're gonna take 9 points of damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, which is on the left side.
Strength.
Yes, strength saving throw. Because this thing's trying to pounce and take you off of the cart. That is not gonna make it. So as this panther-esque creature launches at you, it digs its claws into your chest and takes you down as it holds you onto the ground off of the cart. And you guys all just watch as he tries to help avoid you guys away before just behind the tree, before you guys just get a visage of the creature. Just lunges out and takes him to the ground.
Does the cart keep moving?
It doesn't. As soon as the reins go slack from him tugging it with him and having to release them, you see both horses buck and neigh as they start to stand their ground.
Fuck.
Varel, you still have your action if you want to do something now that there is a fucking panther-esque thing on top of you. So you can cast a spell or you can attack it.
I did not mean to press that, but
You could if you want to. That's your choice.
would I be able to use what I accidentally did to, like, throw it off?
Not to throw it off because that pulls it towards you.
Oh, okay.
If you want to throw it off, I'll need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
Daryl's out here trying to manhandle a panther.
Yep. As you try your best to, like, throw it off of you, it has its claws dug into your chest. This thing is not letting you go. Unfortunately, that was not enough. You still have your bonus action if you want anything to do with it. I don't think you have any bonus action spells. You have one, which is Healing Word. You also got your Healing Spirit, and that's it. So you want to do either of those, or you want to hold off for now?
What you just said completely missed my mind. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm so
You have
tired.
an action and a bonus action. So far, your action was to try to throw off this creature from you. You
Yep.
couldn't do it. You have no movement because this thing has you pinned. So you only have your bonus action left. The only
It can't
bonus action
wild shape.
spells you have are Healing Word and Healing Spirit.
You
Do
can
you wanna
also
do-
wild shape because you're a moon druid, so you can do that on bonus actions.
You could also do that too. You could also Wild Shape. So do you
What
want to
could-
do either of those three right now?
What could I wild shape into right now?
I kind of would have hoped you'd gone through your animals, and you didn't.
Oh, I did not. I genuinely didn't know that was an option.
I literally walked you through it.
Brown bear.
Hmm?
You could go brown bear.
Brown bears.
I
Like to see a panther
Also-
out-muscle a bear.
Also, just saying, I'm gonna call your ass out. You cannot say I didn't know that was an option, because the Evolmer was there when I walked you through it.
I was very much there.
Yeah,
you
the
learned.
motherfucker can't say you didn't know the thing.
Problem is, much like a wild shape, much like an animal, Daryl has the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, you'll learn that quickly.
So, are
Oh,
you
good, I'm
changing
not
to an
the only
animal,
one.
or are you using either of your spells?
I'll
Yes or no?
turn into the bear that Volmir was talking about.
Okay, so really quickly, I'm gonna add a bear onto your sheet.
Still love the idea of Daryl jumping on something's back and turning into a bear.
Could.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and refresh your character sheet. And once you do that, go all the way to the extras tab on your character sheet, and you'll have the brown bear stats right there.
Let's see if there's extras.
Big Daryl.
Yeah, big Varel, because brown bear is a large creature.
Yep.
So you are now a bear pinned on the ground by a displacer beast. Damon,
Ayo.
what are you up to?
So the cart came to a sudden stop.
Yeah, the horses, as told by the salesman, are loyal. So they stopped when they felt the reins were let go.
Okay. So if they stop suddenly, I'm gonna pick myself back up and then look forward to see what happened.
Okay. So you just see Varel was taken to the ground, and before you really do anything to like help him, you just watch as he suddenly grows fur from his clothes, and that clothes envelops into him, and he just becomes a large brown bear on the ground.
They. Or them, they.
But question, is the character male or female?
I think he also said non-binary, I believe.
Yeah.
They.
Yeah, so AKA I'm going to fuck that up way too many times.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bully
So-
you for it every time.
Corveus, get that thing off Varel, and I'm gonna continue to. And I thought I saw 3 earlier. Watch
Yeah.
out for wherever the shit that thing is, and I'm gonna huck a blade at the one that got me.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. At disadvantage. As you huck the blade directly at it, you watch as once again you feel like you should hit the target, but it's almost like a secondary wispy shadow just forms right next to it, and it goes right through it.
Okay. Then I'll do my second attack.
At disadvantage. That does hit. So go ahead and roll damage for that one. No sneak attack, but still 6 points of psychic. This time you almost kind of adjust for that visual illusion. You aim for that center body mass, and you watch as the dagger sinks into it, and you see it react to the attack. And as it does, you almost see this dissipation of shadow go away from it, and you can see that it no longer has 3 different forms of itself, but a single form. So
Right.
taking out its displacement for the turn.
That was. I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Wait, can I add extra damage to that, or?
Can you? Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, you can if you want to use your psychic thingy things.
To Psi Bolster.
Your psychic
Six
blades.
into dice add demon and you fuel your psionic powers. And this one is I can re-roll a skill or two that I have proficiency in. I'm not sure if I can or not, to be honest. Can I just add a D8 damage?
Let me double check. Oh nope, I'm thinking of College of Whispers. That's what I'm thinking of. Nope. Yeah, no, you're good. You're set.
Then it is what it is. I'm done.
Okay. Volmer, what are you up to?
Wilmir's gonna kind of move off the cart. He's gonna move over here, and he's gonna do what he's wanted to do since he found the freaking spell.
Okay, you're gonna watch the displacer beast as one of the tentacles on its back lashes out to you. Attack
Holy crap! I
opportunity.
was in. Fuck.
You were in melee with the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
21 to hit. As you move away, you didn't expect the thing was not facing you would launch at you. And it does. It strikes you with 12 points of damage.
Use shield.
Good if you want to.
Can I use shield?
Good, it's a reaction spell.
Wait, that put me at 21 AC. Would that save me?
Oh no.
Or do you give it to
No,
attacker?
it would just hit you.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so I'll give that to you. You don't use shield. As you take a good beat to the back and you feel the claws crossing against your back.
Well,
Damn.
Okay. So that is against the one to the south, right?
no, I'm shooting fireball at my cart. Yes, it's against the one to the south.
I'm just making sure. I'm making sure you don't kill the whole party. So it does stay with the...
kill time.
Yeah, literally. It does stay with the 20, so it does take half damage.
I mean, I've seen stuff like that happen.
It's still good. It's still good. As you point your blade forward, you just see a small flame just form at the tip of it before it just vanishes and reappears behind the displacer beast and just burst into a wall of flame. The beast itself almost using its shadow-esque form, even though it doesn't have it right now, avoids a majority of the fire, but it still looks like it hurt it quite a bit.
And I'm starting my blade song so that way I get my extra fucking armor class.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I probably should have done that right off the bat at the beginning of the turn, huh?
If I didn't realize that I was still technically within melee range, I totally would have jumped on the first things back if I realized.
Oof. Pay attention to the map, man. Battle awareness.
It's a thing.
All
You
right.
wouldn't
Any other
expect a
movement?
scholar to be good at it.
Any other movement?
I guess I'm going to move. I have 15 more feet of movement, so I'm gonna move there.
Okay. Corveus. What you
Uh, I'm gonna move up right next to it. Flank this
Go
fucker.
do? You're literally standing at the front of the cart going, Avast thee, Chuck!
Hey, whatever works, you know? Just kind of like side glance to the horse, like, don't move. Don't move, guys.
Go ahead and roll as a straight roll, because you get advantage from flanking and disadvantage because of this thing. Okay, so that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll an attack. And it makes its con save.
What am I at for my unarmed? Okay, 1d6.
It's one-handed, so...
Yeah. It'd be the 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't let me just set it to a generic weapon. Like, say it's like, oh, the player can choose
Yeah.
the weapon, so I just set it to that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, later on, if it goes up with my martial die, that helps
Yeah.
anyways. So.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to use a key point for Stunning Strike.
Con save, right?
Yes. I think so.
14?
Where the fuck is my Stunning Strike on this sheet?
At the very bottom. Very, very bottom.
Doesn't make it. So it is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yep.
And it also needs another con save.
I already made that one.
Okay. They made that then?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do it again, because I have extra attack.
Yep.
Fuck. 13.
13 barely hits.
Okay.
Alright, 6 points of damage. So your first punch breaks off the shadows from it, and you see you hit a very hard center point on it. It is now convulsing at this point. So that's your second punch. Are you going to go for any more?
Yeah, let's do flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Drop another key point.
All at advantage. Yep.
No,
Yep.
okay. Then second hit. Alright. So we do that. 7 points. And 10 points.
7 and 10, so 17 total. God damn, those were good rolls at the end. And it does make all its cons. It does not want you to get the effect.
Damn, really?
Apparently
Okay.
not. But a good 4 blurry impact against this thing really let that thing fucking rattled.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing can't do anything this turn. This one... Oh, I forgot to mark off Dalmar's damage real quick. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. 12 and 13. Which is 25. Oop, there you go. This thing is going to... Fuck, is it going to go after the guy who lit it on fire? Or its original mark? You know, it's going to go for the one that's not close to the others. It's going right for Volmer. He's going to take a swing.
It's gonna fuck you, Volmer.
You said it, not me.
realized that the second I hit enter.
Remember, cats are barbed.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, hey, Volmer, I know you're going to hate me for this, but I totally forgot this is a part of Displacer Beast. They have evasion.
What does that mean?
Oh.
Dexterity saving throws, if they succeed, they take no damage.
Yep.
You bastard.
I literally just looked at a character sheet, I'm like, wait, what's this ability I'm forgetting? It's like, oh, if they succeed on the saving throw, they take no damage instead of half.
I've been waiting so long to cast Fireball, and it's worth
I
it.
forgot Displacer Beasts have that, if I'm being totally honest, so I am sorry.
You bastard.
I am
Yeah.
sorry.
The second I get Fireball, this is what we're fighting.
Yep, I totally forgot about that entirely. First tentacle's gonna whiff entirely with a 15, because with your Blade Song you're at 20. Second tentacle's gonna hit with 24. Do you want to use shield?
Shield.
Okay. So knock off a first level spell slot. As the second tentacle, unlike before, breaks through your defenses, but you cast up a shield by running your hand across the blade real quick, and it deflects off before it can actually impact you. The other one's rocked and stunned, so it can't do anything. But both of them now have their shadows back on them. Which means they're gonna be hard to hit. Veril, the Displacer Beast on top of you that was digging its claws into your chest, you feel that it's not putting as much pressure on you anymore. And even as a bear, you understand that whatever Corveus just did to it just rocked its fucking world.
Yo, so what, is there any, like, spells or whatever that's restricted because I'm wild shape now?
Yes, everything.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
great.
You can't do spells or shit because you're
It
a
isn't
bear.
until later on in levels when you can actually cast spells in wild shape.
Oh, wait,
So
wait.
So right now, you are just a brown bear.
great. Let's see.
Should've-
It's still on top of me, though, right?
It is on top of you, but if you want to just roll over and knock it off of you, that's very fine. 'Cause You can tell this.
You're
This
literally
thing,
4 times the thing's size.
one, you're 4 times this thing's size, and 2, this thing is currently convulsing on top of you because of what Corveus did against you.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally cannot fight against you right now.
It's ass.
So, yeah. So I'll roll it off me first.
So you
And-
roll, and is it kind of like falls onto the ground? I won't consider it prone at that point, because that's a fucking tumble it can't get back up from.
And then I guess I'm a bear that's like, what? How many times its size? Would I just be able to like, if I were to like stomp on it, would it? How much damage would it take?
You have your claw and your bite attack. That's
Yeah, you
on
can
the.
claw at it and you can bite it.
Yeah.
I'll claw at it. I don't know how much that does.
It's right there on the sheet that I gave you. That's why I gave you the brown bear in your wild shape. That is the whole reason why I told you to do that.
Also, brown bears get multi-attack.
Yes, they do.
I love how like I shoot a fireball at mine. You guys are just beating the ever-loving shit out of yours without.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker!
Okay, here's the problem, Volmer. Them punching it worked. Your fireball failed. Shut the fuck up.
Damn!
Let's go.
Well, bam. Yeah, the camera's been off for a long while.
Yes.
I still can't believe I didn't realize they had evasion.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about that. You do not realize I've been wanting to cast fireball this entire session.
Oh, I know. I just totally forgot they had that. I'm like, oh, that just ruined Volmer's day.
Yep.
Damn.
But if you want to claw at it, go to your extras tab, click on the brown bear, and it'll pull up the character sheet on the right side. And it'll show you what you can do as a bear. Again, the whole reason I told you to do this.
Yeah. Multi-attack, I think. Because I could do both of those, right?
Yeah, you can do one bite and one claw. It specifically says it.
I'll do that.
And go ahead and click both of them once. Well, you have to click the actual attack. Yeah, the actual attack. And you get to click both of them twice because you get advantage on this attack. Cool, 11 and 11. 11 13. Go ahead and click both of them again because you might get a natural 20. Okay. Oh, wait, it has a shadow backup, so it's only a straight roll.
Oh.
So the first one's gonna miss, but the second claw does hit. That's the good news. So it takes 5 points of piercing damage as you try to bite at it, but in your mouth you get shadow instead of form. But as you claw down at it with your attack, you feel you break across its side and deal just a neat little chunk of damage, and the shadows displace off of it. Do you want to move by any
Claw
chance?
said they deal 11 damage. Why would they deal 5?
The first one. It's only a straight roll. Because it's prone, he gets advantage, but it gets its shadow back, so it's disadvantage. So they cancel out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's stunned, so it's advantage and flanking.
Yeah, that's the
I know.
problem. Yeah, it gets fucking stupid.
I know.
Yeah. Regardless. Do you want to move by any chance? Or do you want to just stay where you are?
I'll stay for now.
Okay, Dalmar, what you up to?
All right. So, if I'm understanding 5th edition correctly,
Yes.
that
flanking,
gives me
that's
advantage, and that is flanking?
Yep.
Okay. It doesn't really matter. You know what? I'll just...
Creature stunned, it can't take reactions.
Huh?
No, Volmer's saying that I offered Varel to move without warning him about attack of opportunity, but because the Displacer Beast is stunned, it does not get a reaction, so that's why I didn't bring it up.
Damn.
Warning them about attack of opportunity.
I'll give him the warning like the first 5 times it happens, like I did for you.
They will give him the warning.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I clicked the button.
There you go.
There we go.
14 points of damage. And the shadows dissipate off of it, so you now have advantage on your second attack if you want it.
Nice. Then I find where that is. Okay. Whoa! What?
Nat
Okay.
1, nat 20.
Okay.
That's just right. Go ahead and roll your nat 20 damage. You lucky fucker.
Wow.
Sadly, he doesn't get sneak attack though, so.
Yeah, sadly it does not get sneak attack.
Ooh.
That would have been great. So 8 points of damage with critical.
Oh man.
So the first one stabs at his back, dissipates the shadow. The second one, you manage to get across the side and go right for the neck. And while you could have wished it wasn't aware of you in that moment, you still did a good little chunk at it. Volmer, what you up to?
You're muted.
Muted. Muted.
Muted.
Muted.
Push to
Muted.
talk, bro.
Muted. Muted.
I was sitting here like with the ruler tool trying to figure out if there was a point I could drop a fireball without hurting anyone else.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I pulled out the ruler. The Panthers within 20 feet, but Dalmar's 25. Fuck, that gets myself. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait. Actually, no. I think right there actually is safe.
Nope.
Wait, I'm confused now. Because the ruler says it's in 20 feet.
The center point will give you 20 feet of radius.
Yes.
It is not 20-foot distance. It is 20-foot radius.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you'd have to
Guess
hit
I'm
yourself.
stabbing the fucker.
Okay, go for it. Advantage. Because its shadows are displaced. 24 hits, yeah. 7 points. Anything else?
Nope, because I do not want to get murdered.
Okay, Corveus. This thing is still rocked because it can't do shit until the end of your turn.
Uh-huh.
Fucking monks.
So
25 hits.
6 points of
6
damage.
points of damage, and let me give you the con save real quick in case anything happens. Finally failed with the 6. So go ahead and roll d6.
Oh, D6.
4.
4. Oh shit.
That one is frightened, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now this thing is frightened of you.
Frightened of me or just frightened in general?
Friend of you.
Okay, so this one just says frightened until end turn. So if you want to modify that later on.
Well, it's because frightened usually is of the person who affected it.
Fair enough, fair enough, okay.
Yeah.
For shits and giggles, let's drop another key point for Stunning Strike.
You can't stack Stunning Strike when it's already down there.
Can't?
No, because that's essentially applying something that's already there.
Okay. Well, in that
They made
case...
the mechanic specifically to
That is
stop
literally
Yeah.
the only saving grace that a DM has, is you're not allowed to double stack a stun.
Fair enough.
That is the only saving grace.
So let's hit this fucker again.
Yep.
See if I can kill his ass. 6
6
points.
more. And because you can, let's see. Nope, 17.
Okay. Let's drop a key point for Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, this is literally...
Yep.
20 hits. 8 points this time. Fucking Christ. Fucking monk.
And there's my nat 20 and nat 1.
I got a nat 20 as well, so unfortunately no effect. But yeah, go ahead and roll your fucking final hit, nat 20.
12 points of damage.
After a flurry of punches, not even giving this thing much of an opportunity to fucking strike at you to begin with that final punch, almost as an insult, you let that thing regain its movement just in time for it to turn its head towards you before you just knock it to the fucking ground, unmoving.
And then let's go right there.
Alright. As these things turns. How fast you guys move? Just barely makes it.
12.
Dalmar, you have your back turned to it. It's coming for you, bitch! The third one that never showed itself because no one had its back turned to it. Yeah, these guys are fucking assholes. But it did have. It could. There's absolutely no way it could have stealthed up to you, so it's not going to get advantage on the attack. But a 19 is still gonna hit. Literally back to back, yeah. Oh yeah, it has advantage because actually it's flanking technically. Never mind.
Quite
Oh,
that
19
big,
again. 11 points of damage, so takes you down to 1 HP. Welcome to the 1 hit point club.
GG, y'all.
Second attack. 14? Actually? Does 14 hit?
No, AC is 15.
There you go. Just barely missed you even with advantage, motherfucker. So the first attack hits you across the back, but the second one you managed to dodge just above you. Mr. 1 hit point club here. Oh, is this thing smart enough to go for the advantage or not? It's not. It's gonna keep going for Volmer. Swipe with 1 tentacle. 14 does not hit. 10 does not hit. Listen, yeah, 20 AC for a wizard is still pretty fucking good. Veril.
I am a beast of a wizard.
Yeah, Bladesinger's pretty good. Veril. As you are just a bear, after clawing across this panther-esque creature, you just see Corveus from atop the cart just 1, 2, 3, 4, just fucking deck the thing into the ground.
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. Go sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it's the Iron Man just go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. Yeah. And as soon as that creature is dead on the ground, you can see the breath is no longer there. You just see Corveus immediately book it to the others.
Oh lord. I mean, might as well join the others.
Go for it. You have 40 feet worth of movement speed as a fucking bear. So go ahead and drag your token, and as you're dragging your token, if you right-click, you can see a little ruler that'll show you your actual distance that you are dragging.
You only have to click it once, though. You don't have to hold it.
Yeah, you don't have to hold the click, just single click. And then just drop it where you want to be.
Yeah, I feel like this would be a good time to actually have a mouse. I do not have a mouse with me right now.
Okay.
Have you used a drawing tablet this whole time?
Yeah, just
No, I have a touchpad.
yeah, that's a laptop.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just drag yourself where you want to be.
Also, there's a third one. I might have missed that.
There was always a third one. It's just it was waiting for a chance to ambush somebody, and no one had its back to it until just now.
I'll go for that one. I'll use the.
Well, you have to move
Okay,
towards
okay,
it. I need to.
You can't claw something from 30 feet away. Move
Yeah,
your
so,
token.
Oh,
so
that's
move your
true.
token. I need you to move your token so I know exactly
true.
where you are. There you go.
And then yeah, I'll use the multi-attack. I think that's what it was called.
Yep. Well, it's just bite and claw. You can do one of each. Go ahead and
Yeah.
just roll them. Both of them miss. All right.
Damn.
As you go in after it, you go for the bite and you go for the claw, and they don't even meet shadow. Whatever this thing is, it's fast enough to avoid you as you run after it. That's all you got as a bear. So Dalmar, what you doing, buddy? At 1 HP. If you're there.
First of all, yes, I am. I'm eating very loud snacks, which is why I am in the status in microphone and camera that I am.
Okay.
But that aside, okay. So in my mind, what Dalmar saw was the druid was there, right?
Yep.
Then the wavy tentacle thing and druid no longer driving car.
Yep.
Go back to helping Volmer, and fuck, there's a bear charging me.
But apparently it went and struck against the other displacer beast, missed both times. So you can at least figure, hey, at least it's a friend for now.
Friendly bear.
Like, it will eventually click in the character's mind that, oh, this is probably the druid,
Yeah.
But Beryl, you will see this utter panic and terror as you rush towards that panther, and I'm just like, fuck, kind of like little squeaky thing voice. And with that, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
As a
So are
bonus.
you using your cunning action or physical action to disengage?
I'm sorry.
Are you using your cunning action or physical action to disengage? Your physical action is what you use to attack. Your cunning action is your rogue shit.
Could he attack then disengage and run
cunning.
away?
You can.
At the moment, I'm too terrified of bear and my own life.
Fair.
So I'm going to cunning, dash,
There you go.
and then I'm going to. Oh, crikey. How does a thing? There we go. Wait, no, it was 60 feet? Oh, crap, messed that up. Nope, that was there. Sorry. All right, I have a 30-foot action with the dash on top of it.
Yes, that's 60. If you want it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he does.
A fourth one appears from the trees.
And then suddenly you hear the tree say, or the bush say, "Oh, that's probably the druid." And that's it.
Yeah, it's everything you have. So, Volmer, what do you want to do as you just watch Dalmar fucking bleeding out, panics, and runs the fuck away?
Sorry, had to type in a joke.
Okay.
I was. Wait, is there a point where I can?
If you want to flank, yes.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking something a little bit more pyrotechnic, but
Yes, you could probably hit both of them without hitting yourself or Varel.
yeah, I'm gonna real quick try to figure out that point.
I'm drawing the circle right now.
Okay.
That's why I very much like drawing circles. Boom. There you go.
Fireball.
Alright, dexterity checks for both of them. What's save? 15. They actually both failed. They still only take half damage, but they did fail.
Nice. That's fucking actually really good.
Yeah, that is. They both got fucking 11s. That's insanity. They both take 15 points of fire damage. I know you're pouting because they still get half. I know.
I'm just happy I hit them.
As you cast it once again, but you aim it off to the side and you watch that burst of flame engulf them. Unlike last time when the shadows defended the other one, the shadows couldn't do enough and they still take scorching damage. Alright, that's it.
That is my turn.
Corvez.
Alright, hold reliable. Let's sucker punch this.
Straight roll for the first one since it still has its shadows.
It took damage though, right?
It took damage, but it does not. It's not about taking damage. It's getting hit by a.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, so straight roll.
That doesn't hit.
Fuck. Wow, I rolled a
Go
3.
for the first one. You hit shadow, unfortunately.
Alright.
Hit shadow for the second one.
Okay, so I want you to know I rolled a 3 and a 2 right there. Ah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to flurry of blows this one.
Go for it. Another key point.
Yeah.
You're down to 1 key point, I think?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. That's gonna hit. 10 points of damage. Okay, don't even need to... I'm not gonna let you waste your stunning strike.
Yeah.
Boop.
I wasn't going to that one.
I forget, 14 doesn't make it, right?
No.
I think it's 15, if I remember correctly.
16.
It's 16. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and roll your d6. 3. So frightened again. Well, that don't fucking matter.
Yeah, it really is frightened. Now, as part of that flurry, can I
You have one more
adjust?
punch. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna adjust down to here.
Yep.
Take the attack.
Straight roll because it still has its shadows. Misses.
bullying these panthers.
I
Yeah, well,
have
he missed.
rolled so
he has
many
rolled-
twos. and
So yeah,
threes.
he missed all but one attack this
I
turn.
had to literally roll a 4 or higher to hit these fucking things.
Yep. He's rolled one. He's rolled one. Oh, it's this Laser Beast's turn. It is at a disadvantage. It is cornered. It's gonna go for the smaller creature over the bigger creature. Hi, Corveus. Natural fucking 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the fucking bat. And that's gonna be, holy shit, that's a big number. So okay, hang on.
Yeah.
19 points of damage in a single strike. As you
Fuck.
come up from behind it and you take that one swing, it takes that one opportunity to lash and cut across your throat before it goes for the second strike. It's,
Oh no.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't. I just don't. I just
Rest
do
well in the
not.
afterlife, my friend.
Is Beryl still in bear form after that?
No, this isn't going against Varel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't Corveus, because
Oh.
creature goes, I'm not going to kill the bigger target, I'm going to kill the smaller target. And he really goes to kill the smaller target.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
this
going
was
to
the
be...
experienced of the three, I take it.
Yeah. And hey, guess what, Corveus? Welcome to the 1 hit point club. Literally.
Okay.
As both tentacles lash for the neck, and you can feel yourself bleeding out in that moment. But it's gonna make a run for it. So, Varel, go ahead and roll either a bite or a claw, your choice. As do you as well, Corveus. At disadvantage, both of you. So roll twice, Varel, and we're taking the lower one.
Also, just to parenthesis, you only get one attack. This is attack of opportunity.
This is when a creature is running away from you, it turns its back on you for 1 second, which is the chance for you to go whang. So go ahead and roll either a bite or a claw, your choice. Whichever one it is, roll it twice, because it's at disadvantage. It misses, unfortunately. You hit Shadow. Corveus. That hits, yeah. 5. Okay. So first off, it takes the 5. Then it makes its con. Are you gonna stun? Because you can stun on that one.
I will.
Okay, so first off, let's do the weapon. It fails the weapon, so roll your d6. It makes the stun.
4. So it's
Fear
a
also.
fear.
Hey, perfect. It's afraid of you. Hey, guess what it's doing? It's just fucking running anyways.
Yep.
It's 10. There you go. That's as far as you can get after brutally mutilating Corveus and escaping your wrath. But its shadows are dissipated off of it, so if you want to go after it, you can get a straight roll against it.
We're chasing this fucker down now.
Varel, do you want to chase down this creature, or do you want to let it go?
We can chase it, I guess.
So click and drag yourself, because if you go all the way, it's 35 feet. You can make that. You're a fucking bear.
Sure.
God, I wish you could use hold person on an animal.
Right here?
Go ahead and roll 1 bite and 1 claw. Miss on both of them. All right, cool, dope.
Rolls,
Wow.
rolls 9.
Wow.
They were amazing at first, and now they're trashed. They were great at first, but now they've gone down the fucking toilet. All right, Dalmar, what you up to? As you just watched Corveus earn the exact same treatment as you, and both of you are down to 1 hit point.
No, I only have 30 feet.
And there's also a big fucking bear in the way now.
So I need to go 30 feet straight this way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fling a thing.
Go for it. Straight rolls, because its shadows are dissipated.
Sweet.
Misses.
Not so sweet. Okay, then DOS bonus.
Misses! Roll again! Roll again!
You're not gonna make it hit barrel, are you?
I absolutely am. Roll the damage on the nat 20! Oh, good thing you don't get sneak attack. I could be brutal and I could give you sneak attack, but I'm not gonna give you sneak attack. Holy shit!
As he says, already making one player attack
Oh.
another player based off of that one.
Do you want me to give him sneak attack?
No.
Then hush your face. As you fling the first one down, Mar, you watch as it kind of just goes just over the shoulder. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna show this thing what for running away. And you try to put a little bit of extra spin on the blade, and you watch as it sticks into Veryl's ass of a giant target bear. As Veryl, you take 6 points of damage to your bear form. And you just feel a surge of pain just rocket through your ass all the way up to your head. There's no actual wound, but you just feel it in your head. Is that all your... Oh, yeah, that's your 30 feet. You have your... Oh, no, that was your bonus action. That's everything you got, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Balmer, what you up to?
Yards.
Not one, then not 20, of course.
That is the second nat 1, nat 20 combo I've rolled.
Yeah.
I'm killing this
in
bastard.
2. Do it.
All right. You go at it, and as you run up, you give it a good stab to the side for 12 points of damage. Corveus.
Okay. So, this fucking sucks.
Fucking...
Let's see, 30.
Fucking ridiculous. How'd I drop both of you down to 1 HP?
Ignore that. Okay. Come on, damn it. If I do this and this, aha. Let's go over here. And he's not too happy with this shit. And
Go for advantage.
yeah. So we're gonna take. Fuck.
It still hits, luckily enough. Its AC isn't that high.
Okay, yeah.
7
7 points.
points, and you're at a key point, so you got just a second attack coming in, yeah.
Did he make the con save?
Oh, right. Totally forgot. Boop, boop, boop.
There's one I'm hoping for.
Just barely made it, 16.
Okay.
22 hits. Another 7 points. Does not make that second one.
Doesn't make the second one?
3d6.
Okay. 6.
6! So make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a wisdom saving throw.
Failed.
That just fails. So which one are you picking?
I'm gonna take Dex from them.
Okay, so you lose a dex yourself.
So wait, I lose what I take from them? So
if
I lose
you
the
fail
Dex.
it, you lose as well.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it just doesn't do anything this time. Essentially, it doesn't change the score. But their Dex goes. Oh yeah, never mind. Okay. Now I remember. Now I remember that stipulation.
Yep.
I'm going to bonus action. Pop a health potion
Okay.
for 7 points.
Give yourself 7 points after giving you a good old 1-4. You pop in. chug it down, and you just slam it. Okay.
But your
it
Volmer
loses
just
a
say,
point of dex.
shut up.
Does not. It is going to keep running. So all three of you get an attack of opportunity against it. So once again, Varel, roll either a bite or a claw, your choice. Straight roll this time because its shadows don't come back. Volmer, you miss your attack, unfortunately. Corvais, go ahead and make yours. Yeah, that hits. 9. Makes a save. Miss on the claws. And it is Gnet. It is off the board. It is dashing. It is just hauling ass. It is terrified of Corvais, and it's just fucking hauling ass.
I can chase it down.
If you use your dash action to keep up with it, you can. But your blade song is gonna end eventually. This thing's got natural speed.
I have a plan. You'll see. I have a plan.
Same thing at Corvais. You can also dash to keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys gonna spend your next turn dashing? Varel, are you gonna spend your next turn dashing? What dashing means is you spend your attack instead of attacking. You just use it to move again. And in this case, this thing is so fast that you guys need to waste that time just to keep up with it. So if you try to chase it down, you just have to keep running. You can't attack it.
Well,
What?
everyone else is going, I guess. But, yeah, I'll go with.
Okay, so you are chasing after this thing. Dalmar, are you chasing after this thing?
No.
Okay.
Daryl, make sure you move your token.
It's fine. It's off the board at this point.
So,
Oh, okay.
Volmer, you said you're chasing. Corvais, you said
Yes,
you're
but I have
chasing.
a plan. Wait,
So-
don't just skip me. I have an idea.
same here.
Okay.
Misty Step. As a bonus action, I can move 30 extra feet.
Okay.
That put me within range of stab.
No, we're not.
Will it put me within range to cast a spell at it?
Yeah, you're 10 feet away from it.
This
As
is
long
where
as
the
you-
fun begins.
Yeah, you're 10 feet away from it. Okay, magic missile. So yeah, roll all of them. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know why it doesn't roll all the dice. I don't know why.
Casting it at second level, so
Yep.
I do 3 more to 4d4.
No, one more. So 4d4 plus 4. Oh yes, yes, you're right. You're right. Yes, 3 more. So sorry, I misunderstood what you were talking about.
Oh, it's fucking dead.
Yeah, no, this thing's dead.
That's 8 right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
god. Oh my
15
god.
damage?
3, 6, 10, 14, 18 points of damage. No, you can't. Because Misty Step is a spell slot. So is Magic Missile.
But if he doesn't have to do... I'm confused.
So if you just don't do
second
Misty
level
Step,
spell slots
you do
right
it.
now.
No. You can only cast 1 spell per turn and 1 cantrip. Yep.
That is crap, but okay, because I used my bonus action to cast a spell, and then an action to cast a different spell.
Yeah, but that's the point. You can't use both spells. You can only use 1 or 1.
Yeah,
You can still forego the Misty
Fire
Step.
up- Wait, let me check the range on Magic Missile.
It's 120 feet, motherfucker. I know
can still
this.
hit that then, right?
Yeah, you can still hit it
Yeah.
from where you're standing.
Okay.
Got it.
So, do you even bother moving at that point?
I'm still gonna run at it, but I'm just gonna fire the Magic Missile.
Okay, so you just run 40 feet closer, so you're 40 feet away from the fucking thing, and you just go, just fucking
Yeah.
all impact against this thing in the distance, and you just watch as each of those arcane arrows just impact in a single moment, and you just see the shadowy form just dissipate in an instant, and it just falls dead on the ground.
And then we collect the bodies.
Alright, so, as you guys, after this combat, quick question, do you stay in your bear form for now, or do you change back? Because we're ending here, I just want to know if you're staying in your bear form or not.
I'll change back. I
Okay,
don't want to be a bear anymore.
okay. So, as the party is collecting the bodies, Varel, you change back into your bear form, or into your human form. And as you guys recollect, Corveus and Dalmar in the worst of shapes. Volmar a little hurt, Varel a little hurt.
We can heal next session.
Yep. As you guys gather back together, we'll end the session there, and we'll continue this next week. How the fuck did I hurt the two of you the fucking most?
Because you cheat.
Because one of us turned into a fucking bear.
Double nat 20 bullshit.
Oh, I've gotten nat 20s on you before too.
Yeah.
Literally. I also had that dual nat 20 on the bandit when he was blinded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It's always fucking nat 20s on me and Dalmar over here.
Literally.
Yeah.
Utterly ridiculous.
That was funny.
Oh. That's still, yeah, that was great though. That was a good moment. Oh. Meryl, I'm sorry you only got to play like an hour and a half. I tried what I could to force these bastards to get you in.
No, it's good.
I was trying to make my shit quick and concise.
Oh, I know.
I was doing what Corveus would do. I feel bad.
But regardless, we're going to come back to that next week, see if you guys settle on those being your trophies, or if you want to possibly go out to try to find something bigger. That's entirely on you guys.
If fucking magic teleporting panthers don't get us in, I don't know what the fuck will. Especially considering we're bringing in 3.
Yeah, who knows? But that's totally up to you guys on what you decide next week, especially when Dalmar is currently bleeding out, Corveus' wounds are still bleeding.
Beryl can heal us.
Yeah, Beryl could heal you if he took healing spells.
If they took healing spells.
We're all gonna keep reminding you.
Rage so hard the lights turned on. Anyway,
I'm not even kidding, yeah.
I have dinner, and we're like 30 minutes past schedule. Oh.
Yep, that's why I was trying to end it as much as possible. We're all gonna go to dinner. We're all gonna enjoy ourselves.